battle. All
You
right.
look like a wind runner.
So
I know. I love it.
when we
Yeah, that's
last
good.
left off, you guys had ascended Earth Column Ascent, and it reached the top after traveling through the ruins of a battle mage's tower and fighting off a pair of mated savagers. The beasts put up a heck of a fight, but Sophelia managed to deliver a brutal killing blow to the last one and is now carrying both of their heads into town.
She's a bad bitch.
As you guys walk through the streets of Scheergrund, you see how just impressive the city is. And I have a daytime picture for the city that I downloaded as well. So I'm going to be dropping that into the chat. This is basically what Scheergrund looks like. So we've got streets of white stone. Buildings are also made of white stone.
Final Fantasy stuff right there.
There are like flower arrangements and just vegetation all over the place. Water flowing around the structures of the city underneath. And at the very pinnacle of the city sits Audelina Palace.
There's palm trees.
So the growth up here is so amazing. But for the same reason, the earth is so strange as you approach the column. This magical earth energy that suffuses everything just makes the top of this plateau so fertile.
Do I notice that?
You definitely can feel like that earthen presence. There is, especially as a genasi, there is some sort of elemental confluence nearby. It's probably far under or inside the earth column.
Like a magic generator or something?
Something that is just like a conglomeration of elemental earth energy. A lot of people are just kind of passing around you. They're not paying you too much mind. You do get some eyes from the occasional traveler or the occasional pedestrian. And of course, the children cannot help but look at the decapitated Savager heads in wonder.
I'm also covered in blood, so
yeah, you're definitely a sight to see.
And something you do note about this city is that the ratio of humans to other lineages is much less stark. So you're seeing a lot more variety in the types of people around.
So this is a free city.
Yes.
What?
And you are actually seeing, surprisingly, pariah lineages like goblins, orcs, tieflings, and bugbears being treated like people. Like, you're not hearing any yelling, any nasty language being hurled, and a lot of them are decked out in like really nice clothes. So like the wealth disparity between these classes is not as serious here, it seems.
I wonder if I'd run into another genasi here.
Very possible.
I mean, if there's a city for it, it'd probably be this city.
What'd you say, Leo?
I said maybe centaurs too, hopefully.
Possibly.
Oh, yeah.
So, for the shopping list, I'm going to wait until after we run into Malice to post that. But in the meantime, you guys are pretty well tired from your journey up the column. So you guys ask around, and the inn that you are pointed towards is called Green Top. And a couple people also mentioned that there was an active bounty for those Savagers because they had been attacking people out in the streets or not out in the streets, but out on the road as they were
say,
leaving the
what?
city. Yeah, not in the city. Sorry, out on the
damn
road
ballsy, like.
when they were coming to and from the city. So, the innkeep there, Karshun, has been licensed to pay out for bounties.
So it's like
Nice.
an adventurers guild.
In a way, it's not as formal as an adventurer's guild. Like, you can go there to take bounties, but it's not like they're organizing adventurer parties and expeditions there. And the name Karshun, Sophelia, hits your ears as infernal. So this guy is probably a tiefling.
Gotcha.
All right. So you guys walk into the Green Top Inn, which is where we are now. So you see standing at the desk a probably 5'7", 5'8" tiefling man. He is wearing very nice white robes, and a white tunic underneath. He's wearing lots of purple jewelry, and his robe is trimmed with black fur. I'm gonna go ahead and drop his image in the
Fancy.
chat now.
Well, he's
This
very small.
Is
Hey, whoa.
Karshun.
What?
Look at that Chad.
And as you approach, he says,
nice.
"Welcome to the Green Top Inn. Ah, adventurers, I see, and it seems you've brought us a little present. You're not bounty hunters that I've seen, so let me give you the spiel. I'm aware of the bounty that we've had on these Savagers, so I'm going to pay out to you for that. You can turn over the heads to me as proof, and we will go ahead and take that bounty down. But as for staying in, our prices are 4 silver for single beds, 8 silver for double. As for food and drink, you can speak to the bartender Tapwater over there. So he points over to his right, and you see an android standing there. He lifts up one of his hands and waves. And Acer, this is the first of your people that you've seen.
Immediately when he sees this, he just kind of rubs his eyes, looks at AC-154 like, am I seeing things? Is this actually another one of us? And AC-154 is just kind of like, you're just kind of like, you're crazy right now, because he doesn't realize that they're the last of their kind.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
the last unicorn.
Tapwater speaks, and his voice is definitely more tinny than Acer's is. But he just waves over and he says, "Just let me know what you want. I've got ale and wine, and we've got fresh meals and bread and cheese. All you got to do is approach the bar and tell me what you need, and I'll get it for you."
I'm just gonna yell over him, 1 ale, please.
You got it. An ale would be.
I will make my way over to him.
4 copper, sir.
Right now,
Take it out of our
Acer's
bounty.
just kind of stunned.
I can obviously pay him, but yeah. Okay.
Karshun, he brings out what looks to be like burlap sacks, and he puts layers of what looks like a butcher's cloth or a butcher's paper over the inn's desk here, and he motions for you, Sophelia, to place the Savager heads on the table.
Anybody else want a beer?
I will once I get cleaned up.
She would like a beer.
So, I go over the counter and said, how much would it be to have a bathwater brought up?
Bathwater? Pulling water for the baths is complimentary with the rooms, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Just quick question. Because how big I am, do I use single bed or double bed?
We would have to ask you to get a double.
Okay, then I'll pay for a double bed, please.
Certainly. That would be 8 silver.
There we go.
And he pockets the silver, and he slides
It's a
you
lot
a
of money.
key for a double room.
Is there a room next to that one?
Yes.
Just so I can stay close, because
Mhm.
I'm her bodyguard. So if
Uh,
you have a room next to it, I would appreciate that.
certainly. That'd be 4 silver for you, sir.
Okay.
I'll definitely take a room as well. I need a rest.
Absolutely. 4 silver for you, sir.
Yeah, maybe after rest and then
All
food.
right. I hand
And
them 4 silver.
Excuse me,
I'm-
sir. What?
oh,
What's
go
on the
ahead.
menu?
Okay, so
just wanted to one more thing.
Tapwater kind of motions you over because he's the one who handles the food and drink.
Tap water.
Yep.
I
So
like that name.
androids often will have names, or droids will often have names that are associated with what they're built to do. So his family line, because droids build their children from designs in their minds together. That's their reproduction, quote unquote. They combine their designs when 2 droids pair. So
It's like that scene from the robot movie. Let's make baby.
mhm.
So proceed to
God.
build one.
Reddit just showed me that.
Yep. And so
Yeah.
they also take names that are related to what they are built for. So his name being Tapwater, he would likely have been built for some sort of serving job that would have to do with water, be that maybe working plumbing, or in his case, bartending. And he says, so I've got ale for 4 copper a mug. I've got wine pitchers for 2 silver a pitcher. A loaf of bread for 2 copper. A hunk of cheese for a silver. A chunk of beef for 3 silver. And we have a specialty meal for 5 silver a plate.
Specialty meal.
Yes, so the specialty meal is is beef and pork taken from the animals here on top, raised on top of the plateau, as well as an assortment of fruits and vegetables. You will find no fuller vegetables and fruits anywhere in the Iron Crown.
Well, sign me up. I'll take one of those too.
All right.
I'll take one as well.
You said 8 silver for that?
That'd be 5 silver for a plate.
Okay. Take another 5 out.
How many more orders are we having?
Oh,
I'll order when I'm ready.
I'm fine.
I look at Acer. You sure about that?
Yeah, Tapwater looks over to Acer.
Kind of grin on my face, like, "Oh, you sure?"
Tapwater looks over to Acer and he says, my sympathies, friend. I know how you feel.
Is there like any like? I'm kind of saying this too towards Acer because I don't know him well enough yet, but like, is oil a luxury for you? Like what can we do that would help you? That like for us we eat and drink, but like for you, if we got you like some high quality oil, is that a thing you like, or like what's your thing?
When you say oil, Tapwater just starts laughing.
You see, oils are blood.
Yeah, the life wood that makes up our cores is usually fueled by oil or blood. Yeah.
I mean, you could say that beer
I
fuels our
whisper
souls
to-
too. So.
I whisper to Kilm. I believe you just indirectly called them a robotic vampire.
And I'd be like, badass. I'm just scribbling this down. Noted. Do not bring this up again.
So then, what do you use for?
You're breaking up, Leo.
Turn into a vampire robot.
Oh, okay.
Un momento. Yeah, we're having storms in the area, so connection might be a little spotty.
yeah.
You probably got it from where it
Yeah.
came from my area. We got hit pretty hard up here.
Personally,
Oh
I
no,
don't
where
need to eat or
the storm's heading
drink.
your
Can you
way.
guys hear me?
Yep.
We had tornadoes and things, and
Yeah.
they killed some people up here.
Yeah, we heard about that.
Yeah.
And a
Oh,
massive dust
geez.
storm up in Chicago too, which is wild.
Yeah.
I had a small tornado warning here yesterday.
Yep. So
Yeah.
as you guys walk up, you see a man sort of round the corner from the bounty board, and where did he go? And he approaches the desk here. And Karshun just looks up at him and he says, "Oh, Malice, did you find a bounty you wanted?"
I did, but first, 1 pitcher of wine.
Certainly.
A wine drinker,
Blood
huh?
wine.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh.
And 3 glasses.
Can I like lift my beer up? Be like, well, cheers, man. Like,
So, interesting story. Malice here is actually from Corenheim up north. He's been pursuing a certain bounty, but taking odd jobs on the side, and he's been in Scheergrund for a little while. And he's definitely helped out. Oh, by the way, Sophelia, I think the name was? Lovely name, by the way, and the wings are amazing. Not often you see those, but here is your payout for your bounty. And he places a heavy sack of coins in front of you, which contains 200 gold pieces, 1 for each head.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, it's
Did we grab one?
it's lucky we were in the
Cool
area.
head.
Yes, we are very fortunate for that. Matter of fact, I was about to recommend that bounty to Malice here.
Oh,
But
sorry.
no, it is fine. First come, first serve, as they say.
Yeah. Lucky I was doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
while I'm like trying to break the ice and like saying I was going to cheers him with a smile on my face, I also want to do an insight check.
Okay.
Like that kind of just like eye him up and down and see what his deal is, see if I can pick anything up.
So, brief description. He is in a heavy trench coat with a high collar. All you can see on his face, underneath his witch hunter's hat, is a fairly scruffy beard.
A beard.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll that insight, and I will give you a little further detail if you roll decently.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not like I just first. He's
Yeah.
clearly well off.
He is very-
You want me to give you advantage for that?
Okay, not bad.
I'll take advantage. All right.
Yeah. Roll again.
Yeah.
Didn't do shit, but hey, I'll take it though.
Oh man.
So that'll be a whopping 11.
An 11. Okay, so just beneath the scruffy beard, you can see the very faint traces of a like softly glowing pattern of light. It is almost imperceptible unless you're looking for it, but it is the telltale sign of an Azamar.
And I do notice that.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything, but once again, I will go to cheers him, and be like, "Well, friend, to new acquaintances, I suppose. We will be in the area for just briefly on our. This is a pit stop for us,
I see.
yeah, we have other things to take care of, and I." Kind of gesture to our giant hulking barbarian and be like, we have loose ends to take care of that she would like to see done. You say you're from around here. Well, more accustomed to it than we are, to say. Maybe you could give us a helping hand and pointing us in the right direction of some things we want. Because we're on a time crunch, so we would like to get these things done ASAP.
Time crunch. The hat. He lifts the hat just enough that if it weren't over his face, he would be looking you directly in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
But
How tall are you?
His face
Sorry.
is still. He's about 6 feet. His face is still
Where's Javi's character?
very obstructed.
Right next to
You are
here.
Model?
Yeah.
Right next to
okay.
me, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
There we go. Okay.
I'm sure for a price.
Hey, sorry,
We'd be
I'm just
willing to
asking real
help.
quick because I know Javi asked me for an art. Javi, is your kicker smoking?
He does smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just
Yep.
checking.
Matter of fact,
I'm
you do
drawing
see
toward that,
a
so-
recently extinguished pipe in one of his hands.
I make things
Can,
smell.
can I point to it and
Oh, so
ignite
it's
it?
not a cigar, it's a pipe.
Hmm.
It's extinguished. There's
Uh,
nothing in it at the moment.
uh,
He had just finished and
So it's a
walked up
pipe?
to the bar and placed
Yeah.
3 empty glasses on it before grabbing 3 clean ones and the bottle of wine.
Mm.
I noticed he's got 3 glasses.
Yeah.
And I don't. Do I see him like anybody else around him that I can even remotely perceive as an ally or a companion he's drinking with or anything?
Nope.
There was
Like, I'm-
no one where he was sitting.
I will.
There was an
3
ashtray with
glasses.
one
Oh, you're
cigar.
quite thirsty for one, man. I don't know why you need 3, but cheers.
Just a little tradition of ours. And he
Of ours.
gestures one of them to.
Go on.
Just a tradition of ours. And he
Interesting
gestures.
tradition.
Well, everyone's got their reasons. Everyone's
Yes.
got their games.
Hey, no, I throw my hands up like, hey, no judgment here. We are obviously a very mixed group of adventurers right here, and so speaking to
But-
the choir right now.
If you do have business,
I
why don't you
do.
come take a seat for a few, and we can discuss that.
Yeah, I would like to do that. Yes,
Another bottle, and
I'll point to tap
glasses
water,
for
and I will ask for a
each
bottle
of them.
Mhm.
while we go to wherever you were sitting before.
Tapwater just looks up and he says, I would actually have you guys go ahead and take a table. Your meals will be coming out soon. Our waitress Novin will be delivering your meals. So we will bring the drinks along as well.
Then I will look at Malice and be like, well, I guess I'm asking you to join us then.
Fair enough.
And then I will gesture to the party, being like, shall we go? Unless any of you want to go to your rooms first, I am going to accompany this gentleman right here and ask some questions about the town while eating.
Mm. And
you
just
guys-
as a quick aside, Karshoon will hold up like a steaming hot, like wet towel to Sophelia for your wounds, my dear.
Oh,
They don't look lethal, but they do look painful. So this should help a little bit. You smell like a very soft herbal scent coming off of this, and you kind of get hit with a little bit of nostalgia. It's similar to something your mother used to use whenever you'd scrape a knee or something.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So I guess I will
Oh.
we'll go over to here because there's enough areas for us to sit down in.
Mm.
I will. Yeah, and I'll tell them.
Actually-
You guys go on ahead. I
Are
will.
those all tables? Because
I see a table right
because
here.
I was over here,
Mm.
so
Oh.
if it's all the same,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
there's a
mean,
table right
whichever. Yeah.
if that's what the tables are.
I'm sorry, Max, you're kind of quiet right there. What were you saying, man?
Oh, I was going to say like Acer just kind of gestures. You guys go on ahead. I'll have Acer join you, or I'll have AC-154 join you. I just have a few questions to ask.
All right, spawning him in.
Wait,
Yes.
so you're not gonna join us, but your Echo Knight is?
Yeah, just to keep an eye on the conversation.
So you're just gonna be standing around a corner within 30 feet?
Mm.
I'm just joking.
gonna talk-
Obviously, you can
I'm
do this,
having-
but it's just a
I'm going
funny
to talk
image.
to
To tap water here.
the tap water.
He's gonna make sure he doesn't miss either end of the conversation here, which is actually pretty clever for an Echo Knight use.
The Echo can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, does fucking Malice say anything to this? Like, just. Like,
Yeah,
I
you-
mean,
that's-
he's been spawned for. I mean, he was originally.
Oh, he was
here,
already
so-
here? Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it
So
just
at this
looked
point,
like
he
two.
just thinks you're a twin then.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
He's just
Okay.
going to ignore it.
But yeah, so I gesture to the rest of the party again and say, are people going to their rooms, or would you like to sit down and discuss and have a nice meal with this fine gentleman we just met?
Well-
If I had to discuss with this fine gentleman, I am not very fine right now. I'm covered in gunk. I'm covered in nature, so I don't wanna go and wash. So
I'm pretty sure we
you
can
have
get
a
the
good
meal sent
conversation.
up to you so it's still warm and you can enjoy it in your room. I'm pretty sure that's something we could do while I look at the innkeeper.
Oh, of course. Novin doesn't mind doing that run. I'll let her know.
And
But I do
lady,
need Dave. I do need to
everyone in
wash.
this tavern is covered in something. Not exactly
Agreed.
the cleanest place in town.
But if you choose to be clean, I will not stop you.
Karshoon kind of,
I just
when you say it's not the
clean
cleanest
and-
place in town, Karshoon just kind of gives you like a, hey now, kind of look.
I turn over to Acer. Acer, do you mind watching Mr. Charlie for me?
I'm sure I can watch him.
Because Cirilo technically resides in him, and I'd rather him not be in the room at the same time
Yeah,
as me
no,
when I try to wash. So
I understand. Yeah.
While
Curly
I
just
see
glares.
when I see Meteora start to go, like actually go, I'm gonna yell from afar, be like, "Watch out for crocodiles!"
he goes. Her visibly just kind of shoulder
You s-
tenses. Her face is completely red. She turns around and she's like, "We don't talk about the crocodile." Okay?
I let
Wouldn't
out
be
like
the
a
first
big.
time one
I-
came
you
up
saw
from
her
the
thing.
sewers.
She's like, "It never happened. You saw nothing."
I just
She
let
just
out a big
thumbs
like
up.
earthy laugh, like a belly laugh. Like,
And you
And-
hear her just kind of trailing after sound up. Just kind of
Also-
echoes.
Before you all depart, you do notice that Malice does look you all up and down without basically gesturing that he is looking you up all and down, but his hat obstructs his face the entire time.
Mm.
I mean, it's only fair if we're checking you out. You can check us out. So-
How you doing?
Pretty damn good, as you can
Don't be
see. I'm
looking
pretty.
up and down
I'll
too much
snap my
now.
fingers and a little spark, like a little sparky.
Mhm.
But anyways, join us for a meal.
I believe you are joining me.
All right. So Meteora is. I'm just gonna put your mini in the stairwell here, Meteora,
Yes, please.
and then Acer is going to be over by Tapwater. Where is Sophelia gonna go? Is she gonna join?
Well, how many baths are there? Because if Meteor has already taken one and there's only one, then
Oh, there's
she'll
gotta
just
be more
wait.
than one.
Oh, there is certainly more than one bath in my inn. I make sure of it. That this place is as nice as I can make it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just get my room and I guess sew up all these wounds here. And a bath would be nice.
Certainly, single room or double room.
I don't know, single.
Certain. That would be 4 silver for a single bed.
All right, here you are.
Would you like your meal sent up as well?
I'll wait. I'll eat with the rest of them once I'm done.
Certainly. Okay. As for the rest of you, you see a hobgoblin woman approaching the table. So she has, so her face is, as is typical for her people, almost like got a lion-like shape to it. It's not like a snout like a lion would have, but it definitely has that feel to it. Her hair is done up in almost dreads, and she's got the sides of her head shaved. This is the look for her as a person. She's not
Warrior.
decked out in gear like this, but it was the best I could find.
And she's approaching us right now.
Yes, she's carrying trays with the
Oh,
food on
okay.
them. She is
Oh,
Novin,
okay.
the waitress.
Oh no, she's hot. She could tie me up with that. Oh lord.
Here are your meals. By the way, Malice, I would just, not that you frequent the area, but I would definitely stay clear of Razum Quarry today. The the ladies' review is going down there, and it's going to be even more of a nightmare to get through there than it is normally if you're heading through that side of the city.
Ah, wonderful.
The ladies' review.
Yes, there's been a bit of a problem with the quarry. Mainly, there's been a lot of accidents happening in the quarry. A lot of the poorer folk that go
Accidents?
down there to work have been getting hurt. And Lady Hope wants to close the quarry until it can be safe to her standards. Unfortunately, one of the ministers that works on the ministry council, his family owns the quarry, and he's obviously, as a minister, has a lot of pull in the city. So there's been a lot of back and forth between them, and it's been a whole thing.
I'm gonna kind of scribble that down a little bit, but making a note, being like, all right, we're not gonna tackle that this time around because we're on a time limit. But
Nothing but red tape.
yeah,
and
that
an
is
annoyance.
that's interesting.
Everything's been very strange since Lord Protector Anhur got banished. It's been very weird. But
One of the lords got banished.
not the Lord Protector. So each of the cities typically is supposed to have an appointed warrior that protects the Lord. And Lord Protector Anhur was the one for Lady Hope, but apparently he was involved in some sort of assassination attempt, and he was banished from the city. Very strange, though,
Interesting.
because until then,
Very interesting.
he had been, like, devoted to her entirely, day and night. So it was circumstances are very weird.
People can change at the snap of a finger.
Yeah, as that much is clear at this point. But anyway, I'll stop bothering you. Enjoy your meals.
Enjoy your night as well.
And Novin walks away and back towards Karshik.
Well, I guess it is just us for right now.
Fair
My
enough.
other companions tidy themselves up.
Well, let's hope you can drink for 2 in a machine.
I will confidently say, haha, let's see, even though inside I'm like, oh no, I have no idea.
So for
And
each
AC
drink,
154 just
go ahead. Go ahead, Max.
AC 154 says drunkenness is not a factor in cyborgs.
Mm.
I've got a good buddy named Bender who would disagree. No, I'm kidding. But, well, alright, well, since we are not from around here, like I said, if I could, for information, I'd be fine to, pay for a couple drinks for you or something.
I mean, if you're needing an escort, I'm sure.
Oh, we don't need an
needing
escort.
assistance.
We are pretty well off, if you know what I mean.
Oh, then I'm sure all things will get paid for in due time.
Indeed. So, my first question is, where would the city's institution be, or where would I go to acquire knowledge here in the city?
Knowledge of what sort? We're at the table, I'm assuming.
Yes. So, Malice, you would be aware that there is a grand library in the city. It is close to Audelina Palace.
Yep.
It is quite a distance away from the quarry, so not a lot of issues there. They're basically on opposite ends of the city. It is one of the greatest libraries in the Iron Crown. Like, each of the cities almost has a contest for how much or how good their libraries can be.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where were my manners? I am Kiln Flameheart. I am a professor who is now studying the lands from Figworth Academy of the Arcane. And who might you be? I know we heard Malice, but is that just all you go by, or?
I mean, it's been a while since I've used my last name. Most people around here just call me by the bounty hunting title, Malice the Nightshade.
If that is what you prefer to be referred to as, then that is
Malice
your
is fine. It's just a scare tactic for the criminals and whatnot.
name. Hey,
And he fills
fair enough.
4 glasses and slides one across the table to you.
Well, Malice, it is good to meet somebody in the city. And
Oh,
shit!
that's not good. That was for sleight of
Wait,
hand.
what? What did you do?
Are you poisoning?
Message me what you were intending to do, or if you...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already typing, so...
Well, that's the first roll of the.
I mean, I would say I roll an investigation check or some shit, but it's a nat 20, so...
Mhm.
Fuck it, let's put a shot, right?
Oh, I got you.
Oh!
So what is your total perception there, Kiln?
My total perception?
It's a contest. It's sleight of hand versus perception.
You sure it can't be investigation? No, I know. It'll be a 20, exactly.
Solid 20, and sleight of hand for Malice?
If it was investigation,
I
that'd
think
be a
that's
lot
going to
better.
be a 22 at the very least.
22. Okay, so...
I'm checking.
I can give
Yeah, that'd be a
advantage on the
22.
perception.
I don't think you'd be checking.
I mean, I have to roll in that 20. That's literally
yeah,
what it is.
to
Well,
give
yeah,
advantage like that, you would have to be aware, like, that it was happening immediately. So usually for, like, one-on-one stuff like that, I'm only
Okay.
going to do, like, just the 1 die versus 1 die.
Got it.
And it is your Echo Knight watching.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna kill you guys.
All right. So yeah, nothing unusual that you noticed there, Kiln.
Very well.
That was actually perfect.
All right. Meanwhile, over at the bar, Acer and Tapwater are just sort of conversing. Tapwater is... So you notice he's got he's got a second set of arms built into his body. Probably a modification he made himself. So the second set of arms is cleaning glasses, while his main set of arms is pouring drinks for other guests in the inn.
So, I have to admit, it's been so long since I've met another android.
Yeah, we're not exactly common, though Scheergrund is probably the best place to find us, at least in the Iron Crown.
In the Iron Crown, huh? Alright. By any chance, have you ever been to Mercia?
No, though I know it's our homeland. I was built right here, actually. Not in the inn, but though, you know, my parents did get up to some shenanigans.
Huh.
No, but I was built here in Scheergrund. This is my home.
Interesting. Do you know your makers?
Well, those would be my parents.
What were they like?
Oh, I mean, they're still around. They've retired, but they live nearby in the city.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's... I will admit, it's been so long.
It's going...
I just wanted to know if there are others like me out there.
Oh,
'Cause...
plenty. We are spread few and far between. If it's not too forward of me, do you mind dropping your hood?
Oh, yeah. And I dropped my hood. I'm guessing you're wanting to see the mark on the back of my head, so...
Yes.
Yeah, I turn around and show him the mark of Mercia.
Interesting. You bear an original mark. So
Yeah.
he turns his head around to show you his, and you see his mark is nothing like yours. His denotes essentially the purpose he was built for,
Interesting.
which,
That
as I mentioned, it was actually sewage work that he was built for. But he decided to change his career.
yeah,
Um,
it's been 300 years at least since I've seen another cyborg.
Sir, I will say you are an unusual among the unusual. You seem to be an original model.
I know that.
So you're kind of a relic of our people, if that makes sense.
I can see that, yeah. I just kind of start moving my arms, kind of like if it was like old joints.
Mm-hmm. But do know, and take heart in knowing, that you are not the only original model that walks Volbara. There are others. You are the first I have met, but there are stories of original models still walking, living, and working across the continent. So you are not alone in the world.
I thank you. That has been something I've been worrying about since my deactivation.
Mm-hmm. No more of your model is being built because of the change in laws over in the homeland.
Mercia, yeah.
But we newer models are essentially your descendants.
That
Wow.
I can gather, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So all I have to say is
Grandpappy Acer.
thank you very much for doing what you do and allowing us to continue.
And thank you for continuing to be here with us.
Absolutely. It is it is what we are built for. And now this little creature, he looks over towards Charlie and he says, I am more familiar with these. Though
Yes.
Charlie stares at him for a moment and just kind of goes, this is what he does. He goes like,
Oh.
and he just start crawl on top, like he's like climbing up tap water. Charlie doesn't say anything the entire time, and the moment he gets on his shoulder, he just kind of sits on his shoulder. Keep working. I want to watch you work.
Mr.
I
Charlie,
like your
don't-
arms.
You see Acer kind of going like, Mr. Charlie, I don't think it's nice to climb up on someone like that.
I'll
Why
forgive the trespass this time. And so one of his articulated arms reaches up and clamps around Charlie's waist, very gently, of course. So these secondary arms aren't necessarily like as strong as his main set. They're mainly just for manipulation of small objects. So he lifts Charlie up and places him on the counter again. He says, I don't mind you watching me work, though you are a little bit unclean to be around
Oh.
food and drink.
Charlie looks down at himself. Well, okay, I'm gonna go join Meteora in the bath then.
Oh,
And he tries
hold
to
on.
get
No,
to her.
no.
Why?
Meteor told me to keep an eye on you and not to interrupt her bath.
She said I was okay.
Wait, what'd you say?
She said I was okay. Meteora's not comfortable with Cirillo watching her. She's
Yeah.
fine with
Yes,
Charlie, and
you're-
Charlie's a kid.
You're
but...
okay, but your guest is not.
Huh? Who are you talking about? You're weird. You're a weird head. He doesn't really know Cirillo's in there, so
Yeah.
Charlie has no idea what you're talking about, but yeah.
But yeah, until Meteora comes back, I have to keep an eye on you.
Then where do I wash? He said I can't watch if I don't wash.
How about I bring you? I have a room as well, and I can take a bath.
Ugh, no thanks.
Wow.
I'm like, he just kind of gives like how rude, like a how rude type of look, like, or like
As you should.
or not like a. Dang! I just got roasted
Sorry,
by this little guy.
He's being a little dipshit right now. I'm sorry, Max.
No, it's fine. I enjoy this.
Oh, and so by the time the meals are ready, Sophelia is done with her bath, so she has joined the table. And Meteora, are you taking an extended bath and having your food sent up, or are you going to join them down?
I'll take a bath, but I'm gonna join them down because I feel like it's gonna be rude if I eat by myself since we have a new companion among
Mhm.
us. So,
Oh, he ain't no new companion yet.
Yeah.
or at least I don't want to be rude.
Yep, sorry, I grabbed the wrong one.
Are your con saves per drink, AJ, for booze, or?
If you guys are doing a contest, it is per drink. Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you what. I might not have realized what happened, but when I find out, you might be dead. So,
As we're talking, he will be continuously drinking and refilling the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I didn't catch this check, so I have
Don't
no
worry.
idea what the fuck's happening. So I am just.
It's nothing
I am-
too bad.
I am pounding these drinks with you.
Okay, so we're going to do a contested drinking challenge. So we are going to be rolling dice, and we are going to be increasing the DC of each con save by 1. We're going to be starting at 10. So whoever hits or whoever hits 3 failures first loses.
Well, he's drinking, so I'm following his lead. So he goes first, but I'm also casting Bear's Endurance on myself.
As you get ready to cast, Karshun raises his hand and says, "Sir, please no magic on my property. I appreciate it."
Uh oh.
I will step outside the door, cast it, and walk back in.
I mean,
look
I
him
guess
look him right in the fucking
the
eyes while I do
Hold on.
he just shrugs and he says, "You know what? Fair enough."
it.
Do you need help drinking, sir?
You have no idea what I'm doing.
Acer
You
kind
wouldn't
of
be
also,
casting
or
a
not
spell
Acer, but
unless you were.
I went
needing
outside.
help
You
to
didn't
drink.
see anything.
not Acer, but
you didn't see shit,
AC154
dude.
also accepts this challenge.
Mhm.
Considering you got told not to cast magic and stepped outside abruptly after, it's safe
Hey,
to
this
assume.
is all just assumptions. You have no proof. Or is that not what you do in your field of work? You just make assumptions and then jump to conclusions.
Can I make a perception check to see if he actually has magic about him?
So that's not how you would detect magic. You would have to detect magic.
Even though there'd be an aura about it?
Not necessarily an aura.
Well, either way, I am assuming since he was told not to cast magic.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
either way.
Yeah, he was visibly beginning to incant and perform. So let me pull up the spell so I can actually see the components. It's enhance ability, right?
It's verbal sight.
So verbal and somatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he would actually be moving his hands in a pattern and speaking incantation, and that's how Karshun would have called him out. And so you would probably not hear him incanting, but it is a safe bet to assume that he stepped out, incanted, and did his somatic components,
doesn't
and then
know.
know back in.
He's got
Can't
no
know
idea.
for sure, but it is a.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
Ooh, assumptions are a dangerous game.
Then you'd have no problem letting go of your concentration.
What concentration?
Ooh, so
People
that's
just can't
And
handle liquor, I
and
guess.
AC154 goes.
So you're just,
deductive,
let's say I do have this on. Why do you want me to drop it? You seem very trying to get my guard down.
also
As someone who's
Oh.
only been open with you this whole time.
I didn't say you had to guard down. But
Very
I
interesting.
just figured someone who prides themselves on drink wouldn't need magical assistance.
Hey, I never said I prided myself in it.
Oh.
Once again, with those assumptions.
Did you
You're
not
gonna let
at the
him
bar?
diss
And
you
then-
like that?
That's not a
And Malice
diss.
will
Then,
take a sip. What is your passive perception, by the way?
Oh shit.
My passive perception's
11.
fine.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, and then
I'll
Acer's
let
also, because Acer can
I'll let
notice
it-
because he's right there.
What's Acer's?
Acer's
Also,
passive
just to-
perception is
16.
yeah.
Actually, is Acer still standing then?
AC 154 is right here.
I mean,
Is he
they're
standing or
all
did he
right next
sit?
to us, man.
Well, this is while they're all showering or bathing. at the
Bathing.
time.
Sitting.
Yeah.
So, if he is still standing, I don't think he'd notice the hat tilt.
Okay.
So this would be like directly to kill.
I mean, he's right next to me.
Yeah,
Like,
he
he was
is
in
within
close
eye
spot.
shot, so
Okay.
if you do something
It
overt,
would be a facial feature
Also,
that is concealed by the hat typically.
Yeah.
Something about his
Also-
teeth.
also Acer goes level of pansy 63%.
Oh no.
Ooh.
But anyway, if you're AJ will can make the assumption, but it would be noticing Malice's teeth.
His teeth. Uh-huh. So with a passive perception of 16, Acer is pretty much going to be able to pick out details about
That's
you
fine.
over the course of a few minutes. So he is going
This
to
would be when
notice.
he takes the drink.
Yeah, he's definitely going to notice the teeth. So you can describe those.
Acer would notice fanged teeth, based on his knowledge, depending. Not quite vampire teeth, but not more in kin to a dog or a
Hmm.
wolf.
And
Hmm.
then
But
he will also notice
That would
your
be based on
eyes.
your history knowledge. Nope, because he's still keeping the hat low.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He's only lifting enough to take the sip.
Fair enough. So he would see the same faint glow that denotes that you're an Azamar.
Mhm.
And then he would notice the teeth.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
So,
So-
just one moment. I'm going to send a message.
Oh, Max.
Yeah?
When Acer said the word pansy,
Oh, AC 154 said it.
yeah, when AC 15 said that, Charlie looks at Acer and just goes, "What's a pansy?"
Acer just kind of goes, I think that means chicken?
Huh?
You think?
Yep.
Aren't those flowers?
No,
Never met
chicken
an
is
unsure word
a type of fowl, but in this
Right.
term, a chicken would be more something like a scaredy cat.
A chicken flower that is a cat. Got it. I'm being educated.
All right, you two.
I am learning things.
Time for the drinking contest.
Up 3,
Oop.
AC is joining in as well.
Ooh, okay. So,
I mean, we also have a
Oh.
barbarian that just sat down. I mean,
Well, if they're bathing, it would just be us still.
they're on their way down as you guys are doing your
Okay.
contest.
right.
So, Acer, you
Uh.
have resistance to poison, right?
Yes, I have resistance to poison.
So you'll roll your saves at advantage.
Malice will fill a 5th glass and slide it to him.
Mm-hmm. So Malice.
Did not
Kill.
think. What are they called in this world?
What
What
Android.
race?
Droid.
A droid,
Oh.
yeah.
Did not think a droid could drink.
Mm.
We are capable, we just do not prefer to. However, in this situation, it seems like the preferable option.
I'm gonna lean over to Malice and be like, "Yeah, he does a lot of weird shit."
All right. So DC 10, Malice Kiln Acer. Go ahead and roll. This is a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank God for advantage.
You
Yup.
guys rolled the same number.
Did we?
You
That's a
did.
19.
You rolled a 1 and a
Wow.
16, and then Max rolled a 1 and a 16.
Wow.
Gerda rolled a 1 and a 16. Yeah.
That's actually wild.
And for Malice will let you know about the library and refill all 5 glasses.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm.
DC 11. Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
$15.
Okay.
Man, I got 2 nat 1s and 2 rolls so far. That's not. Hopefully, I'm getting them all out.
For
There
real.
you go.
DC 12.
Dude, you've missed it, man. So far in this
DC what?
campaign, I've rolled so many nat 1s already.
DC 12 con saves.
Hold on
Whoa.
before.
Oh, yeah.
So what kind
okay.
of knowledge are you looking for?
That depends. Are you someone of trustworthy? Like, why should I tell you? I'm just looking for
Were you
knowledge. I just
seeking
met
my
you.
help?
Not on the knowledge part.
Well,
Unless you pride yourself in having knowledge in
there's few people who would
magical
have a better
fields.
who would have a better knowledge of the city and where to find things than myself.
But of magic?
There's magic than more than just the libraries.
Well, I'm in search of a couple things in this city. The first thing is, and I will gesture to our barbarian.
Oh.
Well, she's not down here. She's not down here, yeah. If you recall our giant hulking barbarian that was with us, I am
Tiefling?
trying to find some information that would help ease her pain with not. Basically, we're trying to find information that could help her on. This is out of character because I'm actually kind of brain farting. Heidi, we're looking for your like clan,
Ring.
the
ring
ring,
stuff.
and what else are we searching exactly for your character?
It was the Hartali tribe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tribe and then the ring. Okay.
Yep.
So our barbarian companion, we're trying to find more information on her tribe, and then she's also. You know what? I'm not even gonna bring up the ring. I'm just gonna say the tribe.
Yeah, good idea.
Well, that would be one thing that I'm not capable of, as, well, there are very few barbarian tribes that pass through here. And most
Thank
of
you.
my work keeps me in the city.
Really? What do you do in the city?
Well, I'm a bounty hunter. Was that not
And
apparent?
that keeps you in the city most of the time? I figured that you'd be sent off and doing travels in areas of people running away from the city.
I don't track down fugitives, I track down bounties. And that mostly entails people who are causing trouble in the city, but for the right price. 200 gold usually would get me out of the city.
You hear a quick behind you, Malice, and he says, "You may say you don't chase fugitives, but that might be about to change." Karshoon
price.
is standing behind you. He places a poster down in front of you. He says, "This just came in, and I thought you might be the best man for the job." He places the poster in front of you, and it shows a Kenra man who, Karshoon looks very grave. He says, "They want him brought in alive. Lord Protector, or the former Lord Protector, Onhur, is now wanted for questioning."
I understand that my skills are that impressive, but I'm also known for not bringing back very many people alive.
Well, the person that put in the request says they want him back alive, but
Do you know the client?
the client is Minister Kelzalik. He's been in and out of the city a lot, but he put this one in himself before he departed again.
Would I have crossed paths with him before, based on our backstory?
Yes, so Kelzalik is a very tall, gaunt man. He definitely is rather unsettling, and he's also more aligned with the opposition party to Lady Valrissa Hope's like political goals.
So am I on good terms with him?
You would be
Or relatively.
neutral to him. He'd just be somebody who would pay well, especially because he's a part of the Ministry Council, so he's definitely got the dosh for it.
Well, I guess I could use a favor or two from him at some point.
Mhm.
I guess I'll take that as a challenge.
Yes.
So he's doing this right in the middle of our drinking. I
Yes.
just want to clarify, like, so
Karshun
he
wanted to
failed
put
his
that.
role. So is he talking to fucking him drunk now? Like,
Well, we'll have to
I'm
see.
just checking. Like, okay.
Karshun wanted to give him that bounty before he got too sloshed. Speaking of which, Kiln, go ahead and roll your DC 12 because I didn't see it pop up.
DC 12.
DC 12 con save. I saw Max and Jordy's.
Oh,
Con save, yeah. Okay, you're good. All right.
And
DC.
one more, because that was a long conversation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So now, since you guys are 3 drinks in, we're going to start jumping up by 2. So now we
what
have
happens?
DC
What happens when we fail?
15. You take a failure. Once you hit 3, you
Mm.
are fully intoxicated.
Okay. What's the day
Well-
currently? Like not like the day, but like time. Like what time is it?
It is
I guess it's nighttime, or is it?
it's
Still
it's
daytime.
early evening. The sun is definitely low enough that it's like deep twilight outside.
So like, are establishments still open? Like,
Yes.
Mhm.
Places like the library won't close until like it is pitch black out. Because so the city here has streetlights that are that contain, or they're like a glass housing around a glowing crystal that casts enough light to illuminate sections of the streets.
Nice.
For sure. Well, as much as I would like to continue drinking, I will look to Malice. This day is still early, and like I said, we have things to do. I can't sit here and
Early?
get hammered with you.
Is it not late, and are your friends not still?
They can do what they want, but I have things to do in this town. So if you
Very
want
well.
to talk to them more, go for it. But I need to go find that knowledge I was speaking of, and I will look to Sophilia and be like, if you care to join me, I am going to go and try to find more knowledge for you.
And when he looks up, she's like, she's just getting ready to sit down. So she tucks into her meal really quick.
Oh, she can. I can wait like a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not gonna fucking show up at the library hammered.
Yeah, probably a good call.
Yeah, like not a fucking idiot.
Plus, there is always the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Streets
said,
are rather busy this time of
time
night
limit.
with people going home.
You don't understand because you're not a part of this group, but we are on a time limit, and we kept a promise to somebody that we care about, so we're gonna uphold that. So I bid you a good rest of the day, and hopefully I'll see you around.
Karshun.
Perhaps we finish our game.
Gladly, another time then.
Karshun does walk up once more and he says, "By the way, I have to ask, you are the Insolitum, yes?"
Perhaps.
Say yes, Bert.
Affirmative.
Ah. So I just wanted to give you fair warning that all of the main pathways out of the city once you leave the Earth Column are being occupied by Crimson Army troops that are looking for you, so just be careful.
We appreciate that greatly.
We are no friends of the Crimson Army here. We do not like the dragon, but we are not Kornheim, so
Who
if worse
came up
comes
to
to
us and told us
worse,
that?
that'd be the innkeep, Karshun.
I'm gonna slide 1 gold piece to him. and be like, "Thank you."
Well, thank you very much for that, sir.
And that's while he's at the table.
Yeah, he's like walking by. Karshun recognized the group. And he's like, we don't like the dragon here, but we're not Kornheim. Our city is not going to stand up to an attack, so I do my best to keep a little bit of a low profile here if you can.
I will just say no more. We appreciate what you've done already, and just say no more so you don't implicate yourself anymore.
He nods and returns to his duties.
So yeah, if other people would like to conversate with Malice, I'm gonna go and get a jump on because we're on a time crunch. So I'm gonna go and try to figure out what I can figure out.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you are going to begin heading towards the library with Sophelia, I assume.
Obviously, anybody's obviously invited, but I just kind of
Yeah.
assumed that it would just be us.
So if anybody has anything else they wish to do in the city, what I will do is have you guys roll initiative, and we will go in that order.
Ooh, that's a good idea. So yeah, let's do that first. Roll initiative.
So we'll figure out what everybody wants to do.
Oh yeah, I need to sell some stuff here.
So Acer wants to hit the shops.
I'm gonna hit the shops probably. I'm assuming if it's time after the library, if not tomorrow morning, because there are some things I want to get to. But for right now, my priority is the library. Which I will, if I somehow get the gist that Acer's gonna go shopping, I'm also gonna talk to him and be like, "There's also something I would like your opinion on," and when I go shopping later on, if you're okay with that.
I'll follow Acer to do the shopping as well. I do need to get rid of a few things.
Okay, so we have Acer and Meteora going to the shops. We have Kiln and Sophelia hitting the library. So Malice, did you want to go somewhere or hang out at the inn still?
I'm still at the end. I mean,
Mhm.
other than getting ready to go out on my bounty, because at the moment, party hasn't asked me to do anything for them.
We don't have a need yet. Make a need.
I believe you're the ones, according to the bartender, that said you guys would have need of that. So,
Of what? A bounty hunter?
If I
we were
may,
supposed to discuss business, which is why we were drinking.
I got what I needed from you. I don't know you well enough to discuss the ins and outs of what we're doing. I just wanted some simple knowledge.
Karshun is going to kind of pull Malice aside really quick and be like, I have an offer for you if you don't mind. So, I have a bit of a personal beef with this creature, this dragon, because my sister lived in Eisenkranz. Or, sorry, not Eisenkranz, in Ingendorf. You're familiar, the city that was sacked. She didn't make it out. So, if I could interest you, I would like to take you off of the bounty that I just handed to you. I know, strange. And double the amount. So, 1,000 gold. And my own bounty would be to make sure they get where they're going.
So get them out of the city, and where else are they going?
I'm not
Are we
sure.
overhearing this?
Well, maybe I can talk to Malice about that.
So
Yeah, like, are we hearing this?
the
This would have been pulled aside. I
Yes.
assume?
So perception would be that's not the correct one. Passive perception. Acer would be able to pick it up. So they are obviously carrying something precious. I can see it. They're hurried. They've been fighting this dragon. I've heard stories. They've been going against the Crimson Army this whole time. If you can help them deliver whatever it is they're delivering to wherever they're delivering it to, I will handsomely pay you when you make it back to the city. It's my
I
own
think
little
that-
form of revenge against the dragon.
I think that could be an acceptable term, but I still have to ask why me? You know what I do.
That's why I think you're the best man for the job, because if any Crimson Army try to stop them, you're going to put them in the ground.
Easy enough. We did quit being a soldier a long time ago, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in being in, or we're not interested in being in anyone's war.
Oh. They're not soldiers either. They travel by their own need. They have their goals, but they're not under anybody's command, and most importantly for you, they are not under the direction of any lord. And honestly, between you and me, I think it'd be good for you.
Well, when they're done with whatever errands and they're trying to figure out how to get out of the city, I'll be around.
Okay. I'll let them know that you might be interested in working with them.
Whatever floats your boat.
He nods. All right, so Acer, Kiln, Meteora, and Sophelia, please roll initiative.
Alrighty.
Oof.
Alrighty.
Mr. Charlie.
Mhm.
All
So
right.
that's 13.
19 plus 6.
They're going first. We both got 10 total, so they're going first, AJ.
Okay, so Acer and Meteora are going first.
So I'm
And then Kiln and Sophia.
I'm coming down from stairs and just go, ah, the bath was glorious! And certainly no giant crocodiles.
I let out a little chuckle.
She just pouts. It's not funny, okay?
I'm sorry. It's a little funny from my perspective, but
Oh, your perspective. Did you like what you saw?
I didn't see anything, remember?
Exactly. You didn't see anything.
Saw exactly one thing, and that was the crocodile.
Exactly. And she's like, did you guys drink?
We had a couple.
Well, there's always 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
It
Yes.
happens. Well, there are still 1.5 bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Thank you for the offer, but I think I'll decline for now. You do not want to see me drinking. At all.
I kind of do.
Acer,
But anyways.
No, you don't.
Oh,
I mean,
and sure,
Acer,
it's nothing to be
um,
ashamed of.
tell me. If you're ever curious, you may ask Acer about it, because he saw all the glory. Anyway, hi,
I'll
nice to
tilt
meet
an
you,
eyebrow up.
So, Malice, this woman in front of you, she is wearing ceremonial armor and weapons and carrying a holy symbol. She is most certainly a devotee of the Saint of Doom, Haimon, and a worshiper of Sandrine. She is a woman of the cloth.
Don't see many clerics come into a bar.
Oh, it wasn't my choice either, but hey, I don't want to be a stickler, you know? Not to mention, the bass is amazing here, so
Mhm.
I don't have much to complain.
Not her fault that inns usually
Meteora.
have bars.
Yep.
Yeah.
She reaches out and she's offering her hand. My name's
Malice.
Meteora, and you're? Malice. I like that name.
Yeah,
Family name? Or given name?
something like that.
Well do. Are you familiar with the areas around here?
Quite familiar, ins and outs.
Well, she looked at over Acer real quick. My companion and I are gonna go out to the shopping district, but perhaps you could lead us the way? I mean, if you're not too busy, that is. You seem like a man that is quite busy with jobs, but I could pay you for guiding us.
Oh, I'm sure I can help you find a few shops you're looking for.
Great. Right now, outside of the walls, we're not exactly very popular among certain armies with giant red lizards, so we
I've been
probably need to
told.
be.
Oh,
you
have you?
have?
I'm gonna interject right there and be like, have you?
And
whom, I wonder?
AC-154 goes, indeed, they have been told.
By whom?
Oh,
Acer?
you know Acer?
They're... not, it's AC-154. He says, they have been told.
He smirks, and I assume Meteora has a high perception, so Meteora will also notice the fang in his grin.
Huh.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look at the shop.
It's
the
an
innkeeper.
uncommon thing for Azamar,
Yep.
Is this you're doing?
and that's why you would notice it.
Hey, what's the ASMR means again, guys?
So,
I jumped my brain. It's
An
Half
Azamar,
angel.
is like a tiefling, but celestial instead of infernal. So they
Like a half
have
angel.
angel in their bloodline somewhere.
The moment she
So
sees
he
that.
has more tiefling-esque teeth.
Yes.
The
Not bigger than
moment
mine.
Meteor realized that, she's like, "Oh, let me ask you something though. So, exactly when you're a bounty hunter, correct? I did hear the shop owner mentioning that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of a man called Sterling?
You would know that name very well because he is an extremely wealthy man. He is essentially the de facto owner and ruler of the resort town Cams to the south, Malice, and he is a thorn in the side of Lady Valrissa Hope here in Scheergrund because,
And I assume he would have put in a few bounties.
oh, probably at some point,
I
want
believe
to
I've had a
know-
job or two for him.
but he never actually sets foot in Scheergrund himself.
I'm
Because
asking out of curiosity.
You've
I'm
worked for
asking
him?
out of. No, not that part. I'm just asking out of curiosity. Has anyone ever placed a bounty on Sterling?
not to your knowledge, Malice.
And as he's quite wealthy, I believe that's more something that's done in the shadows with more
Hmm.
assassins guilds. Bounties range typically from finding someone to an occasional late night visit to someone's house and causing an accident.
Is there an assassin guild within this city?
Usually every city.
AC-154 goes,
A cleric
Highly
looking for an
unwise
assassin's
to-
guild.
highly unwise to mention these things.
Especially in the open like this.
So,
You are-
and such a question would be strange for most clerics. This is a death cleric. That's actually
Sanctuaries.
not very weird for her.
Oh, please, I grew up in the catacombs. That's as common.
I assume I would have knowledge of.
You would know
Where
of the
to
criminal
find assassins.
underground, though most of the assassins you've quote-unquote worked with have been targets rather than clients.
Well, there tends to be a few assassins. I've had to have a few brief conversations with a few. Some stepping on my territory, some stepping on my prize.
Oh,
But either way,
sounds fun.
I don't like
Anyway.
them taking my credit.
So,
Sounds reasonable. So lead the way?
before we head off, like I said, I do want to talk to the innkeeper, being like, so this is your doing, huh? Like we didn't part any of this info.
He's...
Here to explain what you're doing.
I'm probably overstepping, but I lost my sister in the disaster in Ingendorf, and
I'm sorry to hear that. That was a disaster.
Yes, and the dragon is just not something I can stand up against myself, but if I can do something to strike any blow, no matter how petty, against it, then I'd really like to. And Malice is an effective warrior, so
I mean, I could get that from one glance, but
I'm giving him
he's someone we can trust. I don't really care about strength right now. I care about trust.
He would have, as far as I know, no reason just to double-cross you or to do anything to you. He has as much reason to hate that dragon as a lot of us do.
That is good news. And I'm going to go up to Malice again, not with any like ill intents or anything, but I'm gonna look him sternly in the face. Unless he's like straight looking down and I can't look at him, but like if he's
The
like
hat usually obstructs any feature, but you can.
Well, I'm also shorter than you, so I'd be looking up.
Yeah.
So I can
He
look
has a
at.
high
So I'm
collar too. So.
Yeah.
either way. I'm fucking looking at you, and I'll be like, as one hired hand to another, because I was hired, and I will gesture to Meteora and be like, I am her bodyguard. Because I have a common goal in mind too, but I am her hired hand. And if you are also a hired hand, can we trust you? Like I'm sternly asking
on the perception
this.
check get me about him.
A perception check or an insight check?
Perception, his character.
Oh, so go ahead and describe what Kiln looks like to
I
Max.
am a 5'7" fiery genasi wizard. He doesn't know what I am yet, obviously, but I'll just clarify I'm a wizard. I am just what I look like, or I have to go into like backstory or anything like that.
Do you have a scholarly appearance? Like
Yes, absolutely.
So
Like,
you
I
being a
include
wizard
that
would
you
actually
are-
be fairly obvious because you're gonna have a thick spell book hanging
I
at
have
your
a
belt.
giant book
Yeah.
hanging by me. I got a big ass wizard staff. Like,
Yeah.
I look like a fucking wizard.
do you look like a professor, a traveler? Like what look do you have?
I guess both.
He's way
because-
too young looking to like have that professor look, but there's something about him that says like he's way smarter than somebody of his age should be.
Yeah.
We'll look up the intelligent.
Well, okay. What was like your last statement to him?
I was literally like, this is just genuine. I'm not trying
Oh, I
to
know.
grill you or anything. It was just because, like I said, I'm also a hired hand as a
This is
bodyguard
my
to Meteora.
response.
But yes, I'm literally just asking you if I'm able to meet your eyes at all. That's what I'm going for. But
You
I'm
won't
just
see the eyes,
I'm just trying to get a stern. You know when two warriors lock in eyes, like you can read and be like, hey, like that's basically what I'm going for. I'm just trying to get a read of just affirmation of being like, hey, we're not fucking around here, and we're putting a lot of trust bringing in somebody new like this. I'm just looking to see if we can trust you.
Well, I certainly, for the right price, am more than capable of getting you ever your little scholarly heart desires.
I mean, I was hired for a price. I never expected I'd be saving the world. So keep that in mind. The price is going to go out the window at some point. And I'm asking you if you can overlook that.
I mean, to me right now, a bag of coins is a bag of coins. Whether
I get it, but there will be times and place where what you're being asked to do, where it's going to outsurmount a bag of coins. So keep that in mind. And I'm asking you if we can trust you in that moment.
well, right now, you just need to trust me to get you outside the city, and as I am not a friend, and I am more of a friend to the people in here than whatever is blocking your path out there, I don't see any reason why you would have to mistrust me. And another note, you will not, based on how he's talking, he is going to lengths when talking to you to make sure that you don't see too much of his face.
And if I may throw this in, something to sweeten the deal, this is Cartoon. As long as you all are working together, as another little blow against the dragon, I'd like to offer you room and board here at the Green Top.
That is very kind of you, but like I said, trust is the main issue going forward. And with the things we're
Well-
dealing with, if we get bit in the ass, that could just be the end right then and there.
I
Which is
reached
why
out.
I'm. Go on.
Let's see. Well, Kilm, trust starts with first step. When we should take it.
I will bow my head with acknowledging that is true, and be like, well, since I'm your hired hand, if you say so, then I will gladly accept that.
And I look at the barkeep. What was his name again?
Karshoon.
I reached out and I held Karshoon's hands. I was there in the cities. I know what I saw. We couldn't recover a lot of people's bodies, but it is not very much. But when we arrived in the city of safety, the one place we arrived after the whole dragon attack.
Alzanau is the main city you guys went to.
Yep.
Zarpin was the town before that.
When I reached Alzanau, I performed a ceremony for the fallen. So, again, it's not a proper burial, but I hope that could at least offer you some peace of mind, knowing that someone had prayed for your family upon their death.
Well, thank you, sister. And sister in the church religious sense. And also, there is a temple in the city. We are one of the main city-states here, so if you need help as well, because from what I understand, you are all survivors of that attack. Please do stop there. You will find fellow people of the faith there.
I'll keep that in mind, thank you. But back up her Meteora's mind, she's like, okay, I do want to visit there, but we really need to get this, item to safety because we need Sophilia's. I made promise to Sophie, and I'm gonna keep it.
I'm gonna let out a earthy laugh and do a really light pat on Malice's back and be like, well, sorry about that. Welcome to the group, Malice. I hope that our travels are smooth and it's all smooth sailing from here. But we are gonna go investigate something, and it sounds like you guys are going into town. But welcome to the
Come
group.
on us.
Well, to the shopping district. Or the market district.
Mm-hmm.
And
This is-
we can continue our drinking game later on. That was quite fun. Sorry to cut it short. We are just on a time limit.
Hopefully without magic next time.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just gonna walk out the door.
So before you guys depart, Meteora, Karshoon would give you the name of the high priest there. His name is Taipan.
Taipan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know which of the saint are they worshipping?
So Taipan himself is a follower of Mother Moon. So his he is not necessarily devoted to one domain, as he's the high priest. He assists with the worship of all domains. He holds personal preference to Mother Moon, from what I understand. But yes, he is there to aid anybody with any questions they may have about the faith. Or any.
I look at Kilm.
He is also able to perform minor miracles, healings, things like that.
Oh, okay. I look at Kilm and just said, Kilm, that high priest might know about the temple we just passed. Because it was a domain, the temple we passed, it was the Mother Moon. So there's a chance that he might know who it is, but at the same time, who's supposed to be the guardian spirit of it.
We could definitely find some useful information about that.
And
Thank
not
you.
only that, if the place does belong to the Mother Moon, there might be worshippers who might come from the city to go there, so it might be best to at least give them a heads up, telling them that it is somewhat corrupted. So if they have any worshipper trying to take a what was that thing where like a pilgrimage, we
Mhm.
might want to give them a heads up.
Where is this
But-
high priest at? Was this at the where is this priest located?
Just
The
at
city?
the temple in the city.
At the temple. Okay.
Mhm.
But again, I'm like, we don't have enough time.
I'll look at Malice and be like, is the temple by the library? Do you know that?
They're about a 30-minute walk apart from each other.
Well, if there is time in this day, I will swing over and try to get some more info.
Mhm.
But if
Oh,
not,
I
we
don't
could always
know.
do it. I could always wake up early tomorrow morning before we head out. Because tomorrow we are leaving. It's just
Yeah, we have to go.
I could take care of a couple things in the morning.
Yep.
If so be.
And Meteora, because of your background feature, you are actually allowed to get room and board at any temple. So if you
Oh.
prefer to stay there
Nice.
instead of the inn, that is an option.
Quick question. Just like outside knowledge, or just I'm asking because just class feature wise. Would she be safer within the temple? Cause let's say that the Red Army wanted to send some kind of weird fiend or whatever to a temple. The temple would have been blessed or hallowed, so I should be safer in there, right?
Yes. So fiends and undead will more than likely be completely unable to enter the temple. And also you would be able to partake in some priestly rites that you've missed out on while you've been traveling.
Oh, right.
But room and board only extends to you as a priestess. They cannot put anybody else up at the temple unless they're injured.
Okay, now guys, I'm just asking, just planning wise, would it be? It would be safer for me and the Crown Mole to be at the temple because we will be better protected there, maybe. But would it be safe for me to be separated from you guys? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think we're already very safe because we're in the middle of the city. It would literally take Farinth to descend upon the city. And if Farinth descends, then there's nothing we can do about it no matter where we're at.
Yeah, the only
So
option
it's
then
like-
is to run.
So I think what we're doing fine is completely fine staying at the inn. If you choose to stay there, that's perfectly fine. I could go and, obviously go there with you, but
I think I'll stay at the inn with you guys.
okay.
Mhm.
But I think it's very good. Plus, from what we've already gained 2 allies at the inn, so
Yeah.
I think it's safe to stay with what we have, especially that we're on a time crunch that we're on.
Yeah,
So-
it's a good idea.
For
Alright.
future reference, though, we could absolutely be staying at churches. We'll have to keep that in mind.
Well, Meteora can. The rest of you will have to seek other
I can camp
accommodations.
outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
I'll camp
Please don't
outside.
camp outside.
I was gonna say probably.
I'm your hired hand. Damn, I'm not gonna go to an inn. I'll fucking camp outside.
I'll be on the roof like a gargoyle.
Yes.
I would love to
That's
see
awesome.
that. I would love to
That's
see
awesome.
Straight up Goliath posing up
when
there.
Did this church get way more metal?
Oh
That's all
man.
Catholic Church, bro.
Yep.
They all got gargoyles up there.
Alright. Well,
So I have
all right.
posted the shop options in the chat. So the
Oh.
blacksmith, weapons and armor are the D&D 5e wiki links. The general store is the Roll20 compendium, and
Is the blacksmith the person we talked about?
yes, so that can be your contact within the city. I totally forgot to get
just
Well,
checking.
that. Yeah, to
I
set
have
them up.
also the other person,
hmm
without spoilers.
With the spell scrolls you listed, is that literally like the whole town? So I can just, or is it like when I'm going to do this research now?
The scrolls are for purchase at the magic item and apothecary shop.
So generally, when we get to a town,
Oh.
that's just what you're gonna be offering. So I don't have to do like any
Acer.
more
There's some good
investigation or
stuff you
anything.
might like
I
here.
just, I'll just know what's there, which is I'm just asking. For,
Yep,
like, future.
For simplicity's
Okay.
sake, there'll be like a list of magic items and a list of scrolls that you could purchase and then transcribe. So
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Perfect.
I just saw the word crocodile and just cringed.
Oh yeah, Masks of the Sacred Beasts crocodile, yeah.
It's a lot of gold.
Oh, ooh, healing potions.
Yeah, that's useful. Always, obviously.
Wait, hold on. Since I haven't slept yet, I still have my I think Acer and I still have our exhaustion, right?
You do, yes.
Yeah, I figured.
Ah.
Hmm.
Yep, I just saw your
What's
message
the-
there, Acer. There we go.
Drowner's pearls.
So the
High
Drowner's
priest
Pearl
Titan.
is loading.
It's gonna-
This magic, sickly pearl contains a fragment of
Oh.
life absorbed from a body that sank to the bottom of the sea. While holding this pearl in your mouth, you can survive for 1 additional minute before you suffocate when you run out of breath or begin to choke underwater. Once this property has been used, the pearl turns to dust and is destroyed. It's basically an emergency, like, oh shit, I'm drowning. I need to pop this in my mouth and stay alive kind of thing.
I'm not there, so I can't even chime in being like, I have water breathing.
As for shopping, even if you're not physically there, you may still contribute because, like, we can say that you told the party to look for such and such and such.
Okay.
So you can still have input.
Just before we go shopping, then, Sophelia, could we, what's the word? Split the money we receive from the bear heads?
Sure.
So that would be
have
200 divided 4 ways.
Okay.
So 50 each.
Yeah, 50.
Correct.
50 gold.
And Malice, you are also more than welcome to partake in the shopping here if there's anything you
1,
need.
3, 2, 6. 2, 6. Let's see. Does anyone have a healing potion? I'm just asking.
I just have one.
You have one.
I've got one.
You got one.
So for the potions where it says like potion of healing times 10, that's what they have in stock. So that's the most you can buy at once.
Oh, for gold piece each. Acer, do you have a healing potion? I'm asking out of just in case. Acer?
Yes, he says. He's
Yeah.
he's gonna be off and on with the mic. He's typing in Tailspire.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Javi, do you have all?
What?
Do you have a healing potion? Just in your pack. Sorry, I don't know what you have. So.
I would have probably. Well,
We can
what
say
are they?
you're gonna start with 2 potions.
Okay, because
Oh,
I was gonna say I probably would have already been shopping.
Got it. Then I'll buy 2. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I'll buy 1 healing potion and 1 greater healing potion.
Okay, so that'd be 200 gold total.
Okay.
So let me knock this down to 9 on the regular and 4 for the greater left.
So that means I have healing potion. Okay, I have 3 healing potion. I'm just letting you guys know, because just in case you ever need one, I have it on me, guys, and I have 1 greater healing for emergencies.
Oh,
Nice.
and Girder, I meant to ask you, but I never did, so I came up with this list of scrolls, like, just on my own. But in the future, if there's a spell you have your eye on, hit me up so that I can, like, add it to scroll lists and stuff like that.
Oh, there's definitely a fuck ton. I just figured I'd
also-
discover them on the. But if that's the option, then yeah, I'll make a list.
Acer, what do you want me to do with the studded leather you asked me to carry?
Oh, can't see the weapons link. Oh, there we go. Okay, see, it says I will repair it as we head to the stores, and we'll sell it there. Okay. So yeah,
then I'll
with
hand you
mending.
over-
So items sell for 50% of their listed price. So, for example, with the armor, studded leather is 45 gold, so that would sell for 22 and so 22 gold and I think 5 silver. I'm gonna say 5 silver.
AJ, I'm just asking this because I don't understand the word for it. I have this thing called the potion of diminution, and it says that when you drink this potion, you gain the reduce effect of enlarge and reduce spell. So what does reduce effect means?
So enlarge reduce is so the target's size decreases by 1 category from medium to small, for example. The target also has disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. The target's attacks with its reduced weapons or unarmed strikes deal 1d4 less damage on a hit. This cannot reduce the damage below 1. So essentially, it's a shrinking potion that'll shrink you down.
It could be really
1
useful
size.
for you though, because you might be in like a tight quarter or something, and that could be useful for you.
Let's see. Could I get a one Downer's Pearl?
So
Drowner's
you
Pearl.
are going to buy the Drowner's Pearl.
Yeah, just
so
in
that
case.
is 10 gold. So go ahead and deduct
Okay.
that and add 1 Drowner's Pearl to your inventory.
And that was how many gold? 10?
10. Yep.
10, okay.
And all of these items should be on 5e tools, so you should be able to find them.
Got it. Let's see.
So the things I wanted to do, AJ, I talked to you about, that'll be a separate shopping thing, right? Just checking.
The things you so that will be a special trip. Yes.
Okay.
So we can handle that as you guys leave the library.
Okay.
When we jump over to your guys' half. So I would imagine
I'm assuming I'll need Acer there, so.
Yeah, so you would like go grab Acer as you guys are grouping up. You would have be like, hey Acer, can we go, or can you come with me? There's something I want to ask you, and then you guys can go take care of it.
Okay.
Oh, armors. Ooh.
And
Yikes.
then as for armor, Malice is wearing breastplate, which is medium armor that is like pretty high quality. So he's definitely like been on the road for a while in his experience. So he's not wearing any like chintzy
I'm
like
wearing
beginner
heavy armor.
Mhm.
Let's see if there's anything good. I guess they don't have one that could amplify my stuff, or did I have anything?
So you have would yeah, I'm sorry. I'm reading out
I have a
loud
heavy
things that I
armor.
shouldn't. Yeah, you have heavy, so plate is probably the best you're gonna get for mundane armor. You would need to find magical armor to like go up from there, or armor made of special metals. So like
Okay, I'll just wait then.
in Corenheim, they have access to an adamantite mine, so you might be able to get adamant armor.
General store.
Well, I might be able to help her find something.
Mm-hmm.
I know the blacksmith in town.
Yeah. If he has materials, he might be able to whip something up special.
If they are going to the blacksmith, I would like to give them an item to give to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna hand that crystal that we got.
Oh, right.
And
okay.
I want that. What's the?
Wait, have you met the
AJ?
blacksmith, or are you just
To
giving this to the
refine.
blacksmith?
You want to get it refined.
Yeah, I want to get it refined.
Mm. So refining.
No,
that,
I'm giving it to Meteora because you guys are going there. So
Mhm.
when you introduce and do all that, she can just be like, here's an order.
So refining would be done at the magic item and apothecary shop.
Okay.
Because it's
Ooh, I
a
wonder what
magical substance,
apothecary.
and you're not trying to smith it into a weapon or armor. You're trying to get it turned into an item.
Yeah.
So.
However much gold that is, I'll also give the gold to Meteora. She might not know the exact amount, but can I just give like an estimate to her, and then if she comes back to me saying it was more, I can just give her more.
Yep. So let me find something really quick. Oh, that's the document I'm looking for. And that would be. So the price to get it refined would be 100 gold.
Okay, then
Okay,
yeah, I'll
sounds
give her
good.
100 gold, and I'll hand the crystal over to her, being like,
Okay.
please tell the person in charge to refine this.
All right. I'll make sure to do that.
Thank you.
So refining the crystal will take a day's work. So
Okay.
they take the
Oh.
crystal, they'd work on it tomorrow, and then the day after in the morning it would be available for pickup.
Okay, then
Fortunately, yeah, we're
probably-
not gonna be. Yeah, we're not gonna be here. But when we come back, I can pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you will repair it. Okay, I already read that. Also, while we are making our way to the shops, I have AC-154 relay all the information from the conversation to me. Yep. 2 places at once, man. Okay.
Wait, what? So wait, I'm just trying to think. So you're still within 30 feet, right? I'm just checking.
Yeah,
Like,
because
what do
AC-154
you
can't
mean
be
by that?
outside of 30 feet, Max, so...
Yeah, I'm trying to get it. Like, so are you just like standing outside the shops? Like, I'm so,
Spookily.
I'm genuinely curious. Like, how are you? Like, or
With you side by side, okay.
okay.
All right. And then once you guys are all good on shopping, just let me know. You guys can continue to look. But oh, go ahead.
I'm just asking Sophelia. Sophelia, did you need anything? Did you want me to, like, bring you something, buy something, sell something for you, just in case?
Nah, I'm good.
Nah? Okay.
So good.
Thank you, though.
Let's see. Let's see,
I'm not the shopping type.
I need to take you out shopping more often. Let's see.
So yeah,
What's a Bloody Marylith?
a Bloody Marylith is so this is the common variant. That would be loading it up. It is a common potion. It is a specialty alcoholic beverage that fills your body with reactive energy. For 1 minute after drinking this potion, you can use a reaction even if you've already taken one since the end of your last turn. Once you take this reaction, the potion's effect ends. The potion is a deep crimson color with a thick consistency that vibrates softly within its bottle, sending ripples along its surface. It smells and tastes of freshly ground pepper, hot spices, and faintly sour tomato juice. Due to its magical nature, the alcohol within this potion affects the creature twice as much as the alcohol within a non-magical beverage. Yeah, drinking additional Bloody Maryliths before you finish a long rest leaves your body feeling worn. When the potion's effect ends, you can't move or take actions until after your next turn as a wave of lethargy sweeps over you.
Oh, okay.
That's only if you drink more.
Okay,
So
just-
if you drink the single
What-
one, you basically get an extra reaction on a round that you can take.
Then I'll buy one for Sophelia.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, that'd be pretty good with her sentinel and everything.
Yeah, I'm buying
Yep.
one for Sophelia.
So the Bloody Marylith is 50 gold.
50 gold. Okay. Yeah, Sophelia, add that to your
Your inventory?
add that to your inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just momming everyone, making sure everybody has something.
And potions
Fifty-
are
oh.
universally 1/2 of a pound. So when you're putting
Uh-huh.
them in your inventory, if it's a potion, it's always half a pound.
Well, you are older than my character, so.
Mm.
Let's see,
There are special arrows, by the way, Acer.
Yeah, I thought Acer might want one of those. They're
Mm.
expensive though. Oh, it's bundle.
Yeah, they're bundles.
What does bird eye arrows do?
So bird's eye arrows,
Wow.
they are...
Bundle
As an
10,
action, you can
100.
fire this piece of magic ammunition into the air above you, causing it to disappear into a dusting of feathers and be destroyed. The ammunition creates an invisible sensor in an unoccupied space that you can see up to 120 feet directly above you.
you.
The sensor remains for 1 minute or until you move more than 120 feet from where you first fired the ammunition. For the duration, you can use an action to see and hear through the sensor as if you were in its space until the start of your next turn. If the ammunition hits
Wow.
the target, it's no longer magical. A creature that can see the sensor such as a creature benefiting from sea invisibility or true sight, sees a luminous, intangible bird about the size of a fist fluttering in the air. So it's literally
Does the bird look
like
different from a normal bird.
it is basically a ghostly, luminous bird. That's what the sensor
I'll buy
looks
one
like.
I'll buy the 10 bundle for Acer then.
Okay, that's 100 gold.
Yeah.
And a bundle of arrows. So,
Asking about anchoring arrow.
bundle. Yep.
Nine,
Are
six.
1 pound for a bundle of 20. So if this is a bundle of 10, it would be half a pound. So anchoring arrow, or arrow of anchoring. This magic piece of ammunition weighs 1 pound, but otherwise flies exactly like a normal arrow or bolt. When you hit a creature with a ranged attack using this ammunition, that creature must make a DC 13 strength saving throw. On a fail, the creature is grappled by the arrow for 1 minute as the chain magically extends and wraps around the target. On a success, the creature's speed is halved until the start of your next turn instead. A
What does
creature
potion of
grappled by
sorry.
the arrow in this way can use an action to repeat the save, ending the effect and freeing itself on a success. After the effect ends, the ammunition clatters to the ground and becomes a 2-foot length of non-magical chain.
What does potion of advantage do?
Potion of Advantage.
Advantage.
When you drink this potion, you gain advantage on one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw of your choice that you make within the next hour. Oh my god.
Cannot stop yawning.
Yeah, it's because I'm talking so much. This potion takes the form of a sparkling golden mist that moves and pours like water. A bundle of 10 of the arrows of anchoring would be 250 gold pieces, and that would be 10 pounds because each arrow weighs a pound.
Wow. Who would Kilm gain a lot of benefit from potion of advantage?
So it applies to ability checks, attack rolls, or saving throws. So they can, any of you would gain advantage from having that.
Kilm, what looks good to you here?
Honestly, I'm pretty fine. So
You sure?
you don't,
I'm
you don't-
saying-
yeah, you don't have to spend all your money. Yeah.
If he's
It's
looking,
fine.
he's probably going to be scanning scrolls too, because that's how he increases
Okay,
his spell list.
I'll
Yeah,
get...
none of the ones that are up there I want, but I'll make a
I'll pick
list
something.
for the next time.
Okay.
Yeah, as of right now, I'm fine. Just like a healing potion, I guess.
We'll
I'll
decline
take
the
another-
anchoring arrows? Okay. Don't have the weight.
I
let's
feel like healing
see.
potions are probably the best thing I could need from any of that.
Okay. Could I get one more potion of greater healing?
Yep. So that would be another 150 gold. There
Okay.
are 3 left in stock. And then there are also potions of superior healing, but they are
Ooh, yeah. I can't
450
afford
gold
that
each.
one. Okay. One for superior healing. That's 50. Okay, Kilm, add a greater healing to your.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's see. Okay, I'll buy one more greater healing.
Okay. So that makes it, so that's another 150 off. There are 2
Uh-huh.
greater healings left in stock.
Man, you're loaded.
Javi, add a greater healing potion to your inventory.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Then those are half a pound.
Well, in that case, I guess I'll forego my exiting the city fee.
I mean, cause like if I think about it, Meteora is she's a freaking nun, so she doesn't care a lot about earthly possessions. I think she just wants to make sure that her group is just gonna be, well taken care of at least.
Oh, by the way, Acer, since
Everybody was doing
we'll probably sell your longsword as well. Okay. Since Karshun is giving you guys room and board while you guys are working with Malice, you could,
We'll learn.
since you guys are going to have essentially permanent residence, you could leave some items here at the Green Top so that you're not carrying as much, so that you can carry other things. And also, Sophelia, your camel is at the city stables. So,
My camel.
your camel.
Your camel.
Camel.
Wait, they have a camel?
She has a camel.
It's mine.
She has a camel.
Its name is Camel.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm done shopping, but I don't know about Acer right now.
Okay. But yeah, so you guys can leave items at the Green Top, and they'll be taken care of. They'll be safe. So you needn't worry about people like taking your shit from an inn or a room that gets rented out, because they're just going to be your rooms while you're working with Malice. So
Yay! Wait, does that mean we had to pay for the room?
nope.
So do we get back the silver back to our, or no? Or
Yeah.
that's already spent?
Actually, yeah, the money you spent to get the rooms, you can take that back if you want.
Yay!
Hey,
How does
I
he
already,
get the tip?
I already tipped him a gold, so he's
Yeah.
doing fine.
Yeah, no, that's fair. The food and drinks
didn't-
would still be he'd still charge you for, but room and board, you guys can.
My
essentially-
1 gold
Yeah.
covered everything.
Yeah.
Technically, I haven't bought any food or drink anything yet. I just bought the
I
room
thought
and
you-
had a bath.
Mm.
I thought
No,
you did
technically no.
eat.
No.
Oh.
Oh yeah, so I made a mistake there. She hadn't eaten yet. All right. Okay, so you guys feel free to keep looking. Though Kiln and Sophelia, you guys are going to head over to the Scheergrund Grand Library. So, as you enter this very fancy building that is mostly painted blue, but there's lots of like open windows letting a lot of natural light into the library. You see that there is a man standing on all fours, but in his arms he's holding like 3 or 4 different books.
A
Because
centaur?
yep.
Oh, look at that.
Welcome to the Scheergrund Grand Library. I am the head librarian, Maud. Is there anything in particular I can help you find today, or are you just browsing?
Oh, good day, Mod. Yes, we're not from here, but... And then, do I have, like, a badge or anything that I can, do, like, show, like, my proof?
You could pull out your lead behind on his journal, the Savager quills, your quarterstaff. Okay, so make sure you just take care of the weight there, Acer. So you would have a seal that would denote that you're from Figworth.
Okay.
And so Maud would recognize that. And he says, a professor from Figworth. It has not... Are your...
He's a centaur.
Let me start that over. Blech, I fucked up my sentence. He said, it has been a long time since I've seen anybody with that particular sigil. Welcome in. Professor, it is an honor to have you here.
Thank you. Yeah, we normally keep to ourselves, but I am on a journey right now for the academy.
Well, if
Obviously
there's-
for myself too, but
Mhm. Well, if there's
We
anything
come
I
to
can do
you-
to clue you in on anything about the Iron Crown or any nearby landmarks or features,
that is why we are here, yes. And I will gesture to Sophelia, be like, I'm trying to get some info for my companion here, and I'm hoping that you'll be able to help us out.
Certainly. He places the books down and he pulls out what looks like a Rolodex of a bunch of different like categories, and he says, Sophelia, you are a winged tiefling. Very interesting. So what are you looking for today?
We're trying to find information more about her tribe, the Hartali tribe, to be precise.
Yes.
Tolly. So he licks his finger and just starts kind of thumbing through the Rolodex, and he says, "History of Hartali tribe." So he points to a section of the library. And he says, "Over there is where you're going to find what information you're looking for." So, out of character, this is how this is going to work. So you are going to roll an let's see, history check with advantage because you're using a library. And because you are in a library and being helped, if you roll low, then you can default to your passive history.
What would that be?
Your bonus to your history check plus 10.
Wait, so my passive is already 18?
Your passive history is 18, so that would be what you would default to if you roll.
I mean, that's pretty damn good if it's a default. Okay. Just
this
like,
is where your passives become strong.
Exactly. Yeah. So, we're gonna go back a step. I'm gonna talk to Sophilia. Do you want me to ask info on the ring? Is that something you wish to, or are you trying to keep that more on the down low until I'm?
I don't know. It's very it's been causing me kind of a little bit of strife, but
I think that's even more of a reason to find out more about it.
Exactly.
Okay, I just wanted to get your approval first before I just brought it up, because it is your family heirloom after all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first I obviously asked about the tribe.
So that will be
and
a
then
history. Yep.
Okay.
The ring would be Arcana specifically.
Oh, wait a second.
And I'll just kind of show like both of them if they need to like look at the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I could try to pull it off, but it will not come off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just stays latched on. So it is definitely like bonded to you somehow.
Sorry, I'm looking up a thing. Okay. I thought I had like a bonus to for some of these rolls, but I don't seem to see anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just advantage. Okay.
And as a quick aside, Jordy, I know it's kind of awkward because you joined us on a session that's going to be a lot of role play just from how things worked out. But please don't. I hope you're not feeling left out because your character is built for combat mostly. We will get there at some point. So.
No, he's built for role play.
I mean, like for a lot of people, yeah, a lot of like social interaction. When you guys start doing political stuff, your role play opportunities will come. But I mean, like. He's also like heavily invested in combat, so I didn't want you to feel left out.
Guys,
Yeah.
guys, especially Javi, art channel.
Ooh. Oh, that's sick.
Haha.
Art channel. Nice.
Haha. Sweet. Looks nice.
Javi, you like?
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I
Hell
used all the element you gave me, and then I just put them all together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, looks good.
A mysterious
Thank
man.
you. If you look, you can't really see it though. But if you look closely, where his what is it? The pipe is. You could see a little bit of pointy teeth, but you have to zoom in though.
Yeah. There are two other features on his face I didn't tell you guys about yet, but that's why he is hiding the face. But...
Yep.
Yeah, you just
we
told
will
me
get
like
there.
you told me like just McCree but witch hunter. I'm like, oh, that sounds delicious. Yes, thank you.
All right. So, Kiln, go ahead and roll your history check.
Okay. 20.
Okay, so
Nice.
Sophelia, ask
Yeah.
any question that comes to mind about the history of your people, and as long as it isn't like something that would be like lost knowledge, you'll pretty much get an answer.
That's like the question, because it's like, well, there's so many.
And since Kiln's helping you, Kiln, you may also help her come up with questions. I'll answer them as they go about her people.
Well, I'm still new enough where I honestly don't even know. This is out of character too. Like I actually don't even know what she's searching for, because like I said, I'm new to this group too, so I don't really know her backstory or anything like that. Besides the whole Sterling thing, so it's like I don't know what she's searching for.
She's kept it to herself.
So I said I'd help her, but I can't even help with that because like I can just provide her this platform because I don't even know what she's searching for still.
Okay.
So I don't.
So what questions would Sophelia have then?
Well, pretty much like what made their land so like precious to them, that others wanted to take besides, what was already like taken.
Okay, so the book says that so the sacred mountain where the Hartali lived was essentially full of precious gems, like an immense stockpile of precious gems that have not only monetary value but magical value. A lot of them are component gems, so diamonds, rubies, stuff for spellcasting. So they go for a lot. And with merchants being completely unable to access that supply because it's beneath lands protected by the Hartali that belongs to them. That's the Hartali had faced conflict with outsiders who were trying to either swindle them out of portions of their land or straight up fight them for it. The Hartali always stayed strong to defend against outsiders, but never were the aggressors. They never took land. They only defended what was theirs.
Yeah. And she'd also like to see, like, she knows like the date of the catastrophe, but she wants to know what was written in it. Like, what are the details? Because she knows the details, but she wants to know
what other people think.
Wrote
the public knowledge of it. Yeah.
So, essentially, the book says that in the year 6254, so current year is 6266, the Hartali tribe was wiped out during essentially a racist assault that was a result of a lot of tension building between the locals who believed that superstitiously they were not just tieflings, but because they had wings, they were devils and they were scheming. And so these people had their fears inflamed and banded together and attacked the Hartali tribe.
With Sterling, right? The Sterling's the one that wiped out.
His name is not in the book.
But no, yeah, I'm asking out. So like, is that?
Yeah.
So yeah, Sterling and
he's the one who inflamed it.
Okay.
But the book does not mention that it was him.
Yeah, he has the money though to pull his way with anything and write his name out of history. Yeah. Okay.
She also wants to see if there was any record of survivors.
Ooh. Good question.
Ooh, okay. It is not believed that anyone survived. Most of the bodies were burned. Or they were cut apart. The notable absence of Great Chief Dread Nihilus's favorite halberd, one that he was known to carry, and one that would be, or that a lot of cultural museums would be interested in having was noted. So that should have been there, but it wasn't.
Oh, is that?
It's not theirs anyways.
Or...
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she has the halberd on her.
Yep, the halberd is with Sophelia.
Are there any
As
allies,
is she.
like of public information that she wouldn't know about that aided in the massacre of her race?
Outside of the local superstitious townsfolk.
Yeah, like, is there anybody so that way, you know, if we ran into, or like we could hunt them down, she'd be like, "Hey, yo, fuck you."
So, not necessarily, but the land was very quickly divided up after the Hartali were destroyed. And the primary landholder is a company that belongs to one Maximilian Sterling. That company has promised to honor the people who lost their lives on this land as best as they can.
What the fuck? Fuck that.
And matter of fact, a number of artifacts have been recovered and submitted to establishments for the preservation of lost cultures by that company. So, like,
Is there
the
any branches
diadem
to that
of
company
the
here?
priestesses, or sorry, the diadem belonging to the chief's or the great chief's wife is in a museum in Castle, actually.
Oh boy, whose castle?
Which
Are
is in
there any-
Eisenkranz.
Are there any branches
Yeah,
of this
and if-
company here?
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, like, the Great Chief and the Great Chiefess is Sophelia's mother and father.
Parents.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we figured.
Yep.
Yeah.
As for branches of this company, so a lot of merchants will often come together and form a guild. So a lot of traders that are affiliated with this company
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
will travel, or they will set up shop in certain cities. It is known that this company has a major holding in a merchants guild in Korenheim.
Mm.
And yeah, and this company is apparently or has been researching on ways to reverse the ecological disaster that created the Eisfeld, or they're at least helping the Korenheim rulers to find a way to do that.
Okay. Do you have any other questions? If not, we can go to the ring next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do the ring. I'm starting to get flashbacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I will, yeah.
This will be an Arcana check. At advantage, and if you roll low, then you can take your passive Arcana.
That'll be a 20 brain farting. Fucking 25.
25.
Nice.
Okay. So.
Oh, by the way, before that, Sophia has like already like carved like little eagle and like the kind of like wings out kind of stance, and she has like a little braided, like, I don't know, some kind of fabric, some kind of like red and violet fabric braided together, and then places it in about the middle of the book, kind of like where the quote unquote survivor area is. She just wants to kind of just place it in there like a quote unquote bookmark.
Mm-hmm.
But what she's been doing for like years, she's placing hand carved little eagle trinkets anywhere she's been staying, in hopes of somebody from her tribe seeing it and knowing that they are not alone, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, someone made it out alive.
Basically, if
kinda
anybody's
thing.
doing what you're doing, if they're looking
Yep.
for info or anything, there's a
Yep.
trail.
That's what she's been doing. So it's pretty much just like a little bookmark. So it's got like a little itty bitty wooden eagle like on the top of the book, and then the fabric goes all the way in between like the papers and out the other end with like a little bead.
Okay, I will. I'll look at the librarian and be like, "Is that all right?"
Yes, that should be fine. It doesn't damage the book at all. If anybody has any questions about it, I would be happy to tell them that somebody left something so beautiful here to be added to the history of this tome.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm
Certainly.
glad you don't mind.
We have a few other questions though. We're not done yet.
Certainly.
And I'll gesture back to Sophelia.
And if I may, Sophelia, I would like to say that I will not say anything about who you are or anything like that to anybody. I can see that there's a reason why you sought that particular tome out and how it has affected you. So, unless somebody else comes asking about the Hartali or you specifically, I'm not going to blabber, so you can feel safe and secure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, Sophie, I have a request for you.
Which guy?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, like, I think she meant, like, are you around? Like, in
Yeah.
character.
Like,
No. It's just that since Sophie and Meteor has been trying and talk and stuff like that, I think Sophie probably knows that Meteora has always mentioned she wanted to meet other centaurs or at least figure out where other tribes are. And since there's a centaur right in front of you, and he's like, maybe you could ask him, hey, where are usually centaurs hangs out and stuff like that.
okay. Yeah. I'll bring it up too before the ring book thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please. Yeah, just get your stuff taken care of first, and then you can worry about my stuff later.
Oh, okay. You want to do the ring book thing then first?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, so with Kiln's roll, you find a book of stories that have to do with magical items that have been cursed. So, Kiln, this confirms your suspicion that the ring she wears is cursed. Let's see. This story.
Scribbling a book. I knew it, that little fucker. Like...
Yeah. So this story says that a nameless beast that once rampaged across Lemuria, creature that had emerged from the deepest pit below hell itself, once a long time ago laid waste to the countrysides of Lemuria until it came to a holy mountain where it intended to set up its lair.
So I would know a lot then because I'm from Lemuria.
Yep, and so is
That's
Sophelia.
that's where my school is. Like I
Yeah.
should have, I
Mhm.
should definitely have info on this.
Yeah, you and Sophelia are actually from the same region.
Hey, what's up, girl?
What's
But so this beast, coming from this deepest pit, that definitely rings as Niskaru in your mind. So this creature is essentially a demon. and it was going to lair within the sacred mountain, or within this great mountain. A being that wore twisting horns upon its brow and wielded a great glaive stood alone against this creature. In one hand, he bore a ring, a ruby ring, and in his other, he bore a sprig of sage. And engaging with this creature in battle inside the mountain, he managed to bring it low, and while he had it unconscious, he force-fed it the sage, which calmed its raging spirit but momentarily. And he then performed a long-lost at this point ritual to seal said creature's spirit inside the ring.
Oh
Dude, who
boy.
the hell was this person that was strong enough to do that? Jesus.
So, this creature has since been worn by many people and was passed down with that warrior's bloodline. The
So this
chiefs
is your ancestor.
of
Jesus.
the Hartali tribe have worn this ring, swearing that this monster that ended so many lives and destroyed so much of the world would never break free on their watch. This beast is
Man,
a
this
deceiver,
sucks.
is a
Ass.
liar, but its lust for destruction is its greatest weakness.
Well, I will look at Sophilia and be like, well, at least we know the existence of whoever's been talking to you and getting you all on edge and feeding you all these thoughts.
Most importantly, Nessus is not its real name.
What is it? 25, I should get it.
A 25 will not be enough to determine the truth. of
No
this beast.
way! What?
Mm.
This name is
Wow.
long lost to history. However,
For sure.
the creature is known to masquerade as a Hellion and form contracts with, or to attempt to form contracts with people who come into contact with the ring. But unlike a true Hellion, it is not bound to actually fulfill the rules of this contract.
I'm looking at Sophilia and be like, the glorious thing about this is that he's stuck in your ring and can't do shit. You could tell him to shut the fuck up and just take his power for whatever you want.
The whole time this information is flowing into Sophilia's mind, by the way, Nessus, quote unquote, is angry as hell.
Good.
You can feel anger that is not your own welling up inside you, Sophilia. And it is mostly just irritation that its little masquerade has been broken so easily.
Do I see her getting heated up?
You see the ring actually beginning to glow a little bit.
I'm gonna lean towards the ring and I'm gonna be like, what's wrong, motherfucker?
Aw, is your little game over with? Did we realize that we control you and she can just literally ignore whatever you say from now on? How does it feel to be her pawn now?
Sophilia.
I know I can't hear him. I can't hear him. But, like...
So instead of saying something like he has in the past, Nessus flashes an image in your mind of Kiln, eviscerated, impaled, and sodomized.
Oh,
What does sodomize means?
Damn, he went that extra mile.
Sexually
It doesn't
assaulted.
mean shit.
sexually
He can't-
assaulted.
Oh, can't do anything.
No.
Niskaru do not play. They don't
And
don't
what-
abide by any rules.
And I'll be like, whatever he just showed you, remember, doesn't fucking matter. You are in complete control. he is feeding useless and pointless information and threats to you. His power is yours for the taking, if you choose to use it, and he has nothing to control you over with. I want to make that blatantly clear to her that, yes, she's still going to hear this dude bitching and moaning, but you can literally say, shut the fuck up. You're a nobody, you mean nothing to me. If I want to use your power, I will take it for my own.
And the crazy thing about this Nessus, quote unquote, is that he is the equivalent on power level to a Baelor, which is
Jesus.
a high tier Niskaru. Think Lord of the Rings Balrog.
Yeah.
Dang, how do you
Which
get
is why
such a
it gives me
ring?
even more satisfaction of telling him to shut the fuck
He
up.
got his ass kicked, that's how.
He got ass kicked by a thing of sage. Keep that in mind there, guy in the ring. He lost
And
to a
eat no
fucking plant.
vegetables. Weak.
Mhm.
But
I mean,
I
he put-
do,
he-
while talking to Sophia though, I want to get that point off abundantly clear, because obviously I can't hear what he's saying and what he's feeding to her, but with this information now, I want her to know, like, she is in complete control. This is for her taking, not for his. Whatever he's feeding her, ignore it, because he's the one that got trapped. Whatever info he's trying to spew you on and lead you on whatever journey, fuck that. Ignore this motherfucker. You'll take care of shit on your own terms.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I've been ignoring him for a while. It just pops up every now and then.
well, he's got no power over you, so just keep
Yeah.
that in mind.
It's strange when we're reading into this book here. It kind of spurred a memory that we've had, like our spoken stories over by like the fires, or just together in our houses, just of where we actually came from, like, and why the mountains.
You descend
Always,
from a
like-
hero who defeated what's in your ring. And it's been your family tradition and line to uphold that and make sure he never breaks out again.
Yeah. Well, I definitely do not want him out.
No. No one does. And we're not going to let that happen.
Oh, and the book also does detail some methods that he used to perpetuate his destruction, because he wasn't the only being doing it. His mere presence had the area around him. Weaker beings would just be eviscerated from being in his proximity. They would tear apart. Those who could resist this effect would be lost in their own rage and begin to slaughter everything and everyone alive around them.
I just love the fact that now that we know his secret and everything, it's just like that we just have the complete upper hand and we can just fuck with him now.
Mhm. And
Yeah, but I got to deal with like seeing images like that.
Yep.
Tell him to suck it.
and Nessus, quote
He
unquote,
did more than that.
it is thought that he is actually from the domain of Agnakar, which is the Niskaru Lord of Massacre.
Oh.
Is there, would I glean anything or get any info on maybe there being a spell that could silence him?
The only way to silence him would be to free him and then destroy him
Well,
permanently.
we're not doing that. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
we're
just
not
saying if
doing
there was a
that.
way for me to block out, like, her seeing images and have him, do that, but...
The only other
Okay.
thing you could do would be to break the curse that binds the ring to her.
Is there info
That's
on
like
that?
generations of. I don't know.
So, let me bring up, because I actually have rules on
First items.
breaking curses. So I have different tiers of curses. Additional rules.
Maybe
So,
I could
curses.
have a Kendra as well.
So, what binds
Maybe.
the ring to her would be known as a grim curse. Second tier of curse that can be placed on someone via ritual or spontaneously created by the rage of a victim of a truly unspeakable crime. They can be broken by performing some task related to the reason for the curse before the casting of remove curse. This tier of curse is responsible for afflictions like lycanthropy and is also the type found on cursed items, dragon hordes, and placed on people by scorned fae. So, you would have to
Yeah.
perform some task or some rite that is related to the origin of the curse, and then when said rite is complete, you would have to cast remove curse on Sophelia, and that would separate her from the ring.
Okay.
Okay, so I have the second half. We don't have the first half.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely down the fucking line.
Yeah.
It's nothing we can do about it now.
Yeah.
But
And
It's
the
good
ring
info
would
to have.
still be a problem because if she comes into contact with it again, there is a risk of it putting itself back on, and the whole cycle starts again.
yeah,
But then
I
we
mean,
have
it's,
to think,
it's literally the one ring from
Mhm.
that, and Sophie's literally the only probably in our ring, because like it's just generation from her family fighting it off. So instead of some rando barbarian having it, I think ironically it's safer for her to have it.
Oh, well, if we just... That doesn't mean someone else will get the ring if we did curse it. It just means it doesn't be stuck on her finger.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, she's still gonna be in possession of this. I mean, it's literally her item. It's just, she wouldn't be forced to wear it. Like, so... Yeah, even if we break it, she's still having it, so...
Mhm. Now,
But,
I will say that because Nessus has been in it for so long, the ring has likely gained an affinity for his abilities. So if you were to evict and destroy him somehow, the ring would likely retain its abilities without bearing the curse.
what about
Oh.
literally the angel?
Zagradel would likely not be powerful enough to actually.
That's what I was wondering,
free her
okay.
Directly.
Yeah.
That's fine, I
Zagradel
was
could
just
free
wondering.
somebody of a horrid curse, which is the first level or the lowest tier. She could do that by simply casting remove curse, but curses that are stronger, something that creates them has to be done to free somebody from said curse.
Okay.
I do have remove curse like on me right now, but again, I don't think mine is gonna be any strong enough or helpful at all.
And then there is one tier above that called
Oh.
dread curses. Those are only placed upon people who violate the edicts of the gods or their servants. So if you make a god angry, you get a dread curse.
I mean, you basically need wish at that point.
Yeah, they cannot be removed by anything short of divine intervention or a casting of wish.
Okay. Is there any other info you need, Sophelia? If not, I'm gonna go to something I want.
No.
You sure? Like, you can ask anything.
Yeah. I guess I have more questions for quote unquote Nessus than anything in the book.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I mean, this will happen anywhere we go. I can go and get info, so like you can just start making notes or things you want to be at. This goes for the whole party. I know you're not here, but like
Oh, and
I
what-
can get info on pretty much
Yeah.
fucking anything. So it's like if you have questions on stuff, write them down. So that way, when we get to the next places, institutions and stuff, where we can find info on those things.
Oh, and I will say that the book also says that to actually destroy, quote unquote, Nessus, you would have to learn his true name, because to destroy him outside of Niskara, you have to speak his true name as you
Yeah.
deliver the killing blow.
That makes sense.
Okay.
We can get that over time. I'm not too worried about that, in all honesty. We're at the very beginning of this shit. By the time we get farther along and stronger, we'll be able to do all this.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to deal with the images and the voices in your head, but like I said, you can just tell them to shut the fuck up.
Well, that's
Or
a
who
thing.
knows?
He's quite a chatterbox.
I know. And you're a barbarian. Just plant your foot down and be like, shut the fuck up.
Just think about kittens. Think about kittens and buddies.
But
Well,
all right,
I appreciate it, Cal.
yeah, no problem. And then I will look to the librarian and be like, I have another question. This one's more for me.
Yes. Yeah.
I would like some information on Valendar.
Ah.
The Lodge
The Lost Magocracy. Yep.
That's actually my goal. I'm with this party in a shared interest, but I want to get to Valendar. And that's why my academy sent me on this journey too, is to find out more about what happened in those lands and find out any information about Valendar.
So you're going to be very interested to know that we actually have managed to procure some logs from people who were there on the day of the event.
Really?
We've had some very brave souls enter the Valendar Deadlands and come back. They were never the same. I want you to know that these people were changed by being in the land. Their bodies were warped, they had strange deformities, and their minds were broken in the best of circumstances.
Well, I appreciate those brave souls, but that information will not stop me on my quest for knowledge.
So, here's what I have, and I am going to snip and drop into the chat some of these logs. So, come on, Snip. Wake up.
Come on, snip those.
So, there are 3 logs he places in front of you. One that is labeled Mage Log, one that is labeled Survivor Log, and one that is labeled Madman's Log. Which one would you like to open first?
We'll start with the mage.
Mage Log. You may read these to the group if you would like. If you want me to, I can. But you are.
You can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
So, I actually need to change the
Ooh.
music a little bit because this is inappropriate.
Yeah, sorry, this might take a little while, guys. We're getting some lore dump. I got some questions that I need answered,
Lore
so
dump.
this might take a bit.
So
Like
let's
podcast.
see.
Except less chuddy.
I've got a couple questions. This isn't just the only question, so I apologize.
And the
in
music
advance.
drops.
The
Oh,
realm,
this is my jam.
the realm shard experiment was routine. We had run the collision thousands of times before, mapping the fundamental forces of the universe. The invisible lattice that gives mass to all things was predictable, until it wasn't. At precisely 1647, a deviation occurred. The magical field fluctuated wildly, as if something within it was rejecting mass. An impossibility. Particles flickered in and out of detection, appearing weightless for a fraction of a second before destabilizing. Just as suddenly as it began, the disturbance vanished. For exactly 29 seconds, everything was normal. Then an anomaly appeared. It wasn't just an entity. It wasn't just an event. It was something in between. A thing that wasn't supposed to be here at all. It didn't breach into our world in the traditional sense. No portal had opened. No energy spike had been detected. It simply overlapped with our reality, as though it had always been present, but was only now visible. It stood on the horizon. No matter where you were, it was always just at the edge of your perception, as though it were embedded in the fabric of reality itself. It had no shape, yet it cast a shadow. It had no voice, yet its presence hummed in our bones. We tried to measure it, but our instruments failed. Light warped around it, not in refraction, but in absence. It wasn't black, it wasn't anything. It was like looking at a space where nothing had ever existed, and yet we knew it was there. It moved. Not walked, not shifted, just relocated. It remained at the edge of our perception, yet its distance never changed. The observation team was the first to go. The sending stones cut to silence. Scrying sensors had gaps in their viewing time, gaps of pure blackness where the observation team had once stood. Not vaporized, not killed, just removed. Then, a second wave of anomalies began. Light flickered in impossible ways. The sky, clear moments ago, began to stutter, duplicate, and fold in on itself. The air took on a quality that was neither hot nor cold, neither thick nor thin. The fundamental properties of reality around the anomaly had begun to desynchronize. We locked down the facility. We prepared every failsafe, and every failsafe's failsafe. But it wasn't an attack. The anomaly never moved toward us. It never did anything. It just watched. But just as suddenly as it had come, it began to fade. Not retreat, not resolve. It dematerialized in a way we couldn't process. The same way it had appeared. No transition, no shift, just gone. The effects stopped. The sky stabilized. The world fell silent. The universe had seemingly corrected itself, but something had changed. The next morning, our detectors picked up a new reading. A ripple, a fluctuation. The same signature as before, as if something else was trying to get through. No, not something. They were everything.
God damn.
And that's the end of the mage log.
That was fucking awesome.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome. Wow.
I love that.
I'm thinking in my head, like, time? Time?
Time? Time? Seagull noises from
Can we
Finding
find
Nemo. Time?
Yeah, the seagulls.
All right.
I'm jotting all this down.
Why?
Like I'm in a trance at this point.
Uh-huh.
Like, because like that's a lot of info that they give. So it's just like, holy shit! Like,
Mhm.
So
So
what-
I'm dropping these in the chat as they go. So if you, I created a notes document on the shared drive. So at any point, if you guys want to note something down, feel free. All of you have access to it. So,
Ooh.
So Sophia kind of just asks, "Where is this place?"
it is a place that doesn't exist anymore, but it once was north of here.
all that's left of it now. This is Mod talking. All that's left of it now is this strange, shimmering dome that sits above the forest that used to be Valendar. It's now inside. Reports say that it's all very strange, twisted marshland. The waters are like violet and shimmering. Strange lights flit through the air, and bizarre, warped creatures are everywhere.
This is the purpose of my journey. I was sent to learn more about this, and we don't have much info to go off of besides that they used to be the forefront of magic on this plane. They used to be the pinnacle. They used to be they were the most advanced. They knew they were the people to go to for that. And yet all of a sudden the most advanced wizards in our literal plane vanished, ceased to exist. The land that it sits on, like it said, rippled. There was nothing to go off of. If you stayed there too long, you got permanent deformities. So I was sent by my academy, and also, of course, with my own. I'm very curious, obviously, on what could have transpired in these lands, and these journals that we're going over are giving me a lot of very useful, insightful. Nothing concrete, like it's not giving me any actual answer, but it's giving me enough clues to decipher it and get a little more of a gist of what's going on.
Yeah, well, people just don't disappear. There has to be something to it.
I mean, it's talking
Like-
about how it's not real, but there, and how ripples and collapses on each other, and how none of their things could pick up any readings. The only thing I can think of from just my own personal studies and everything is when things are like that, it's generally almost like, I mean, you're dealing with time a lot of times. So that's generally my field of study. I'm obviously a time wizard, so chronology, and that might not be obviously the entire case of this, but I have a feeling that's playing some sort of key to it. And like I said,
can
this doesn't
see
give
why.
this doesn't give me any answers, but this is giving me peeks into what happened in those lands during the time, which is very useful.
Yeah. I can see why your college sent you out here.
I
This
am
is interesting.
one of the heads in my entire field in this realm. I'm very when it comes to time, I do know a lot about it. So hopefully I can get some more information, and I will turn to look at the other books.
So the next one is the survivor log.
This will be useful to see if I can hunt anybody down to get actual info in person.
This book was found apparently underneath a tree that was warped into the shape of a spiral. Who did we lose?
Leo.
Oh.
Leo.
You back?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay. This was
Sorry, just weather.
Yeah, no,
Are you
it's
good?
fine. Yeah, it's stormy. Apparently this log was found underneath a tree that was like warped into the shape of a spiral. Very strange. But here,
Very Junji Ito.
nobody cares about the creatures anymore. No, they're a part of our lives. I don't remember exactly when they arrived in this world. Maybe 10, maybe 12 years ago? I don't know anymore. Many people died. Some were killed by the creatures, but many others by their own hands. Many went crazy. Others simply lost their reason to live. But the creatures don't appear malicious. Some even appear to be sad to be here, almost as if they are begging to go back to where they came from. People know that one day the creatures will consume them. There's nothing anyone can do. But maybe it's better this way. No devastation of fire from the sky, no Crimson Army attacks, or even illnesses. Just the creatures, looking for their next meal. Yeah, maybe it's better this way.
Are these creatures they're referring to was it the Mozaku? Or whatever.
They would be Niskaru. These are
Niskaru,
not.
yeah.
So these are not Niskaru. Niskaru do not function like this.
Yeah,
Okay.
breaking character is pretty much like my other character is what I'm guessing at is what has terrorized this place.
So they're doing research on these creatures.
These creatures arrived after their research that led to the first event. These creatures just started showing up apparently.
Oh, so this is after.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was before. Like they were doing research on something and then this thing showed up and okay, so
Yeah.
this is after.
And
okay.
when I answer your
Yeah.
questions like this is Mod talking. So he's going over what he knows about it as well. And yeah, these creatures just apparently appeared after the event that is described in the first mage log. They don't seek out people, but at the same time they're consuming them. Like we've never seen another human inside the Valandar Deadlands. No, like from what we understand, it's just creatures. So
Well, that'll be changing when I get there.
yeah. Now this last one, the Madman's Log, is a bit of an exercise to read. So
It's probably written in a hectic state.
trust and feel. Hang on, let me start the music. Whoops. Trust and feel
My
eternally.
immersion.
The mind that cannot die, cannot disappear, distorted it overflows, redder and darker it clouds. Far, far away I live on, trembling at the loss. I crunch only the sound of defeat in the very and enduring every passing moment. I pile them up with difficulty. You know that to this there will be no answer, believing the moisture left in that hand. A foolish atonement, a useless condolence. Surely I will go past everything. Without leaving anything behind, all is born from the void. In the end, everything is shrouded in black without ever knowing such things, without ever becoming aware of such thing. Feeling death, gazing at death. I run away and arrive at the lost end. I feel because I am alive. I gaze because I am alive. I live on and on until my death. A fearful cold, dull and hot, mind, body, and everything else. Pulls, cries, strikes, jumping up and down. It crushes everything into pieces inside me. Something remains, but there is no way that could be. But it's still there, though no one tries to get inside. There is still someone remaining there, though there is no way anything could be seen. Something can be seen. There's no way I believe that there is no way it could be gone. So it's an illusion. It draws me in, and so it disappears. So it's too quiet as to make me afraid. The prickling pain drifts away. And I wait and wait, trembling. Then it stabs somehow. Somehow it hurts. It hurts so much that I can't endure anymore. My nails come off my fingers, break the blood, creates a pool as it runs down. All is born from the void. In the end, everything is shrouded in black without ever knowing such a thing, without ever becoming aware of such a thing. All is born from the void. In the end, everything is shrouded in black. Perhaps I was avoiding from becoming aware of such a thing. With this bloodied hand, I clasp it.
Wow.
Damn.
Yo, that was intense.
Yeah. AJ, are my suspicions correct? Like, not character, but like me, I know, like, kind of like what these things are.
I don't know if I can clue what these things are.
So run it by me one more time. What you suspect this is?
Well, I don't want to, like, give away the mystery, so I'll just kind of be quiet.
You can type.
If you want to talk to,
type.
if you want to talk to him outside of session or something, that's really. I don't want to know shit.
Yeah, I don't want spoilers.
I don't want to say anything.
But
I
yeah,
just say, like, my other character I had kind of had something like this.
are we talking about Yukio?
Yeah.
Not exactly.
No, but it just reminds me of it.
Yeah, I can see why it would. All right. So Maud, kind of after you close the third tome, he says, "So these are the notes we have. These are humans that were in there when the event happened. When this warp happened. Apparently, the madman, quote unquote, is somebody who was near the epicenter, because the book was found, like I said, near that tree that was warped into a spiral, and this was very close to the actual city. According to the scouts, going into what's left of the capital is suicide, because there's a certain kind of creature there that if you make any sort of sound, it's coming, and it will kill you."
Well, I appreciate that info, but it's not enough to stop me.
Just make sure that you are extremely careful if you decide to go.
Oh, when we actually get to that bridge, there's not going to be any step we don't take for safety. It's just I have to go in there, so we'll see.
You're not planning on going alone, are you?
I mean, we'll see. It's up to you guys. That's my goal, so if you guys want to tag along, obviously fuck yeah, but
I will
I'm not
say,
gonna force anybody to do anything.
I admire your bravery, and whatever is there, if you find an answer, you could change the world.
That is what I'm hoping for. Disasters like this, they can't be covered up completely. I will find what happened there and uncover it, learn from it, and hopefully we can take that info to the rest of mankind and advance because of it.
Now, Maud, do we know if well, we know the area changed, but do we know that it's moving? Like, is it spreading? Like a fire?
Almost. So there have been measurements, and it's not happening very quickly. That doesn't mean it can't change, but this zone that is affected by this is increasing in size at a rate of about an inch every 10 years.
Yeah, that might not be much, but that doesn't
No.
matter in the grand scale of time.
Yeah, eventually it will, like, engulf everything.
Well,
But not in
I'm
our,
gonna make sure that doesn't happen.
yeah, not in our time, but
I mean, speak for yourself. I'm a time wizard.
well, yeah, that kind of stuff's complicated anyway.
It is very complicated. I know I don't have the muscles you have, but my muscles are up here.
Points to brain.
They're in there somewhere. I mean, I have a
But,
brain too. I just
Well, everyone
just-
has one.
except if you use it or not.
But, alright, well, I think that's enough info for me for right now. There's obviously plenty of other places we will go to where I can gather more info, and we can come up with more questions and things that we're seeking along the way.
Well,
But for now, I do appreciate all the info that you've given me.
you are more than
And
welcome
I-
to return at any time, and I do want to make you aware that though these books are very valuable, as long as you can provide a collateral of at least 50 gold value, you are allowed to borrow out books.
I don't need to borrow these quite now, but I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's enough for me and my companion here, but I'm pretty sure... yeah, you had
I do
another thing
have
to ask.
I just have a question. I hope it's not too personal, because you know, by well, our friend is actually a centaur, and I know she's curious about many things related to that, and I don't know if there's a certain tribe that you hail from, or you were just born here.
She didn't learn the basics from her herd?
She's a nun. I don't
She's an
know
orphan.
too much. Yeah, so she was orphaned. I do remember
Oh,
that.
I am so sorry to hear that.
Well, she might come in here and ask you questions, but
Oh.
we are on a time crunch. I just want to know, like, if there is a tribe that you hail from or not.
Well, I'm a Nefeli myself. That's one of the two main
Nefeli.
herds. Our totem is the Ivy, the tribe the group that I hail from.
Okay. Yeah.
Are there a lot of them?
So our people are separated into two main herds. There are the Ixion and the Nefeli. So the Ixion, their totems are in the animal kingdom traditionally, whereas my people, the Nefeli, our totems are in the plant kingdom.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you for
Ironically, that
sharing.
tell us just to add it. Ironically, like Eora's good at both of those things, so she might not know which one she's from. Then
Well, are there places that your kind gather to? Like that she'd be able to go and meet up with more of her kind?
Mhm.
Well, we are pretty well dispersed over the continent. We don't gather as a great herd, typically.
Oh, I'm not expecting that, but is there like establishments even in this town that generally have centaurs going to that she could just go and meet up with even a couple of her kind?
Not necessarily in Scheergrund. There is a population of Ivy Nefeli, that call the Schlosswald home.
Where's that at?
Okay.
That would be the area near Castle, the city on the opposite side of the crown from us. And they would be just north of the Schwarzwald, which is the deep, ancient forest.
Makes sense. It is quite a, well, leafy out there.
Okay, well, we appreciate all your time. We'll relieve that. We'll leave that to her, and if she has any more info, she can seek you out herself. But for
I'd
now,
be
you've
happy to meet
been
her.
a great help. I appreciate everything.
Yeah,
I'm
thank you.
going to slide him 1 gold coin.
I will.
Yeah.
That is a donation to the library. Thank you very much, good sir.
Figured as much. Thank you.
And I'm not going anywhere, so this is my job for the foreseeable future. So please, anytime, no rush.
I will probably be frequenting the town every now and then, so
I would hope so.
if you see me, please come up. I might have some more questions, and I might have some info to give you as well.
Ooh, exchanging info with a good contact is always a good time.
I agree. Well, I appreciate your time, and like my companion here said, we're on a time crunch, so we will see ourselves out. Thank you.
Oh, safe travels.
And then we will, I'm assuming, go and try to meet up with the party again.
All right.
Mhm.
So that was a lot.
Yeah.
A
I
lot.
apologize in advance. I was like, guys,
No.
I know this is gonna take a while.
No,
It's
that
okay, but
yeah.
but that description and story it was worth it, man. Oh,
I mean, we're going to be getting a lot of
wow,
that.
amazing.
Like, this is what my character's going to be doing. Is I'm going
I
to be
love
trying
it,
to get all
though.
these deep dive things on, lore and things that we wouldn't normally get access to. So,
Mhm.
That note was amazing.
just a heads up that when I do this stuff, it will probably be a little time consuming, which I do apologize.
Also,
for.
AJ, could I sell my quarterstaff?
Yes. So reference the shop that I put that on. So weapons, items sell for 50% of their cost. So a quarterstaff would be
Ah.
1 silver is what you get for it.
Okay.
Do you want to head back to the inn?
So I'm gonna take that.
Assuming that's where our companions are, if they're done shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could I also sell my shield, like not my gloom shield, but I do have like an extra shield that I'm not using.
Yep. Shields sell for 5 gold pieces.
All right. Could I also sell my chainmail because I don't think I need it.
Yep. Chainmail sells for 37 gold and 5 silver.
37 gold and 5 silver. Got it. And you said 5. How many gold? Sorry.
37.
I got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then 5 silver pieces.
And lastly, maybe that should be. I think that should be it for. Wait, can I do anything with silver powder, or is it just useless to me?
You
Believe
can make holy water.
yes.
Oh, never mind. I'm keeping it then.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm done.
Yep. And holy water is a component for protection from good and evil, so it's good to have.
Uh-huh. I should probably go to the temple and grab some if they can give me any, but
Yes, they
I don't
can.
really have time.
You can make your own too.
Okay. So you guys return to the inn. So there is a small issue you guys have encountered. You guys know
Uh-oh.
there's a teleportation circle in the city, but you do not have
What?
access to it.
Mhm.
Huh?
We
How
don't know
come?
where it's at.
Because you do not know exactly where it is, and even if you did, it is likely someplace where you have to have clearance to use it.
Does Malice know anything about that?
Malice would know that if a teleportation circle does exist in the city, that it is likely within the palace.
Then, should we ask the, maybe, do you think we should go talk to the high priest, Taipan? Maybe he knows something
Yep.
about that.
Acer
Okay,
is
other way.
correct. He
There
said,
are other ways to exit the city, not just teleportation.
Mhm.
But we
The
need
place-
the
Yeah, but this
teleportation,
is-
though.
the place they're
This is
trying to get
Very
to,
different.
you have to teleport to.
You have
No.
to teleport, yeah.
Because it is on an island flying in the sky behind a holy barrier.
And you were worried about exiting the city on foot, by road.
No. So that was something that Karshun brought up, that there were patrols looking for them.
Yeah, that's Karshun. It had nothing to do with us, at least.
Yeah. He was just warning them, because he had no idea like where you guys were going to be traveling, that if you're going to be traveling out of the city along the road, that there are Crimson Army blockades all over the roads. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm
This is
asking out of
like-
curiosity, should we rest first and then try to talk to the high priest tomorrow? Because, like I said, Acer and I still have a level of exhaustion right now, so...
If you guys rest in the inn, you will be fully recovered from your exhaustion. No questions asked.
Yeah.
Please. Like,
Unless
is there
the
anything
other
you guys
two
need to
wanted-
do before we call
Yeah,
it a
unless
night?
unless they keep wanting to talk. Philly's not a talker.
Sophilia's probably already gone to bed at this point after leaving the library.
Mm.
She's like, "Good night, Kiln."
So I went over to Kilm and said, well, how did the library went?
It was very insightful.
Yeah? That's good.
I found more things out about my journey. I found things out for Sophelia, and we also found things out for you. I don't know if Sophelia relayed what
Me?
she learned.
No, she went to bed.
Yeah, we asked
Well,
about.
I would tell her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright,
okay,
okay.
okay.
I was like, oh, okay. So then, yeah, so we got info for you, which obviously she relayed to you, and I found out more about my quest.
So what were you quest for? I don't think we ever talked about that.
It's never come up. I just said that I was going north.
That's true. Well, I'll ask once you're comfortable to share it
I mean,
then.
it's nothing to hide. You guys just never asked. So on my quest that I was sent on, I was sent by my academy. I'm trying to uncover what happened in Valendar. I don't know if you know
I do
what
not know
Valendar is. Basically,
I do
it
not know
was
what it is.
it was the forefront of magic, basically, on this plane. All the greatest magic people
Oh.
lived in this city. It was a city of magic. It's
Sounds
where
lovely.
it was lovely.
It was.
Is the word you're looking for. It was
Okay.
something happened there, which is what I'm trying to uncover the truth on, but it completely wiped itself off the face of the planet. And it's
Really?
basically left behind. It's not a plague, but for your just understanding, there's basically a plague that controls the lands, and it's literally just the land of the dead now. And my goal is to go and find out about what happened to this city, to hopefully prevent
Oh.
what happened there to the rest of the world, or to gather info.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was
Yep,
going
the
to
Deadlands,
ask,
Acer,
like, you're
yep.
not going. I was going to ask, you're not gonna go there, are you? But it was like you answered for me.
I am going there, yes. That is my goal.
Are you sure? You want to go to a place
Yes.
like that?
I do. Even though, which is why I'm not expecting you guys to, because, let's put it this way, everybody that's gone hasn't come back. So that's also why I didn't really bring it up to you guys, because I'm not expecting you to take that leap of faith with me, but
Or at least they haven't
Well-
come back the same.
exactly. And I'm not
Ah.
expecting you guys to go through with that, so me, that's my quest, that's my journey,
and I'll either make it alone, which I'm fine with, or I'll go with some strong companions. But
Well,
I'm not
looks
expecting
like-
anybody to follow me there because it could very well spell your death, which would also prevent you from completing your own missions.
Well, that's the funny part because I associate with this, so looks like I'm gonna have to go
This
with
isn't
you.
just death, though. I want to clarify
know.
that this is not. This is not as simple
you have
as
to,
like I said.
Kilm,
The
you need to
plague.
take me with you. Somebody has to keep you alive.
I mean, you're allowed to make your own decisions. I am just. There's a reason why I didn't bring it up because compared to anywhere that we've gone, or that might go on this journey, this will easily be probably one of, if not the most terrifying place we go.
I'm gonna say the only place
we're
that
already
might be
fighting
as
a-
dangerous is the belly of Mount Kazan itself.
Literally, like,
Yeah, I mean, we're already fighting a giant, angry, red, deadly dragon, so might as well.
but here's the thing: the thing that did this could easily be way more terrifying than some stupid dragon. This dragon is of course terrifying, but what was encountered here has never been seen before. We know about dragons, but we do not know about this entity that did this to this city. And we're talking about what it did. It's hard to even describe. Like, Farron can go and lay waste and burn down entire cities and stuff like that, but there's usually traces left over. There's survive. With this, that's not really the case. And from what we just found out, it's slowly spreading too, at a very slow rate. But in the grand scheme of times, it could literally take over this entire plane.
And you're
So-
saying that this is something that we have never seen before, correct?
No, we have never seen this before, at least from any sort of public documented info, or even all the other greatest minds that we know on the planet. We have no fucking idea what happened here, which is why that's my journey, is to try to get some more insight and figure out what happened here. Because, not to toot my own horn, I'm pretty prestigious and I'm pretty confident in my abilities, but it might
mind
obviously
this,
not be
though.
enough at all.
Perhaps your journey's the reason why Haimon brought you back. And she looks down
I've been
at
meaning
her.
to talk to you about
Yeah,
that, but I didn't
she
really
looks down
have...
at her hips, and you see the Haimon plushie on her.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the directory, it's
No,
on there.
that's
So
literally what I... The other time that was brought up and I saw Charlie running around with it, I didn't say anything. But don't think I didn't
wait,
see
he went
that.
around with it? She looked at Charlie. You know better than that. And he's like, oh wah wah.
Yeah, I saw, and I just pointed Charlie running around with that, and I didn't think at the moment it was something I should touch up on, but now that you're bringing it up, yes, when I died, I ran into an individual who told me it wasn't yet my time, and sent me back with, of course, your help. But I met an entity, which, would I know who that is I could relay to her, or
You
just,
would definitely know who the Saint of Doom is. Yeah.
So I will relay
Haimon.
that, like, Wait, what?
Haimon is his name.
Haimon.
Oh, I literally met Haimon?
Yeah, you met
Oh,
the Saint
And
of
he
Doom.
punched you.
Oh, well, then yeah, I will say, let's just say I literally encountered Haimon. I met your deity.
You met. She's like, you met Lord Haimon, and you can see her eyes all getting sparkly. She's like, how was his voice like? Was he tall? Was he handsome?
He was very tall, I guess you could say handsome, yes, and very, soft-spoken, but manly voice.
What did he say to you? What did he do to
He
you?
simply only said one thing to me, and I've already told you, it is not my time yet. And he placed a hand on my shoulder, and that's when I got sent back.
Didn't he punched you? Like just saying like, from the other time.
Yeah, so he actually struck you in the chest, and
Oh,
at the same
okay.
time, Meteora hit you with the Revivify like a defibrillator. So it was like you getting hit by Haimon, and then getting defibrillated back to life on the mortal plane.
So yeah, I was
Yeah.
sent back with the help of you and a god.
A saint.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, same. You know, when somebody gets revived, it's not common for Haimon to actually show himself. So and again, I looked at him, kind of regarding him for a moment. I think this is a journey that I must take with you. It's clear that Haimon wants me to see something, and it's clear that Haimon is trying to send you on your way to an important journey, and this I have to see.
Well, I will never
And you're
get
a
in the
time
way
wizard.
of... Yeah, you are more
And
than
he said the
welcome to
word.
accompany me.
And he said that it's not your time,
He,
and
he,
I find
he
that
said
quite
the
interesting.
word, yes. It's so
And you know,
that...
it's not every day to get punched by a deity, so you're quite
Yeah.
lucky.
And this is out of character, AJ. I'm still waiting for you to drop blah 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 on me.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Haimon.
Yeah, but yeah, no, you are more than welcome to accompany, because I'm accompanying you as your hired hand right now. But when we get to the point of our adventure to where I have a choice to make, if you choose to stick with, then I will gladly accept your help.
And at that point, I will travel as your friend.
I get a little emotional.
Little
'Cause I've
lump in your
literally-
throat.
I haven't had many friends. Like I've literally lived at the school, been in my studies. I've never really had time to form bonds with people like that.
Mhm.
And
Wasn't
So-
there other students in your school?
there's other students, but when you're someone like me, you're basically on the fast track, and you don't have time. Like, keep in mind, I started being a professor before my other students even graduated.
Yep.
I'm literally like, I'm like the head of my field, so I'm very prestigious in my institution. So not only that, but I gesture to myself, I'm a fire genasi who can control time. That's not been seen much, if ever, in our plane. So one could say I've been watched very closely my entire life. And so this journey is not only a journey for me to see the world, but it's also a journey for me to find myself. And I'm very glad that you view me so highly. And of course, thanks for bringing me back to life.
Yeah,
Oh,
important part there.
Well, it's my duty. I'm just surprised that you don't have friends, though. You're so
I mean, like I said,
know.
I have friends,
charismatic.
but not in like friends that I would, save the world with. Like
I see.
of course I had acquaintances that I of course got along with, but like I said, I never really had time to form bonds with them. And if you already view me like that, then I take that to great heart, and we still have a very long journey ahead of us. So thank you for your trust and your companionship.
Well, you trusted us enough, and you died for this crown mold. Speaking of which,
I did.
Yeah, the sooner we get to the planes that we need to be, perhaps you'll meet some interesting people in there.
I do have many questions for this angel.
The place where we're going, you might be able to meet people that is not from this world, or probably somebody who had crossed over. Perhaps
Probably
you could
some
learn thing or
plane
two
jumpers,
there.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm very...
All
When
right.
you guys brought this up, I definitely piqued my interest instantly, so I'm very
Mhm.
interested in this. And not to mention, with me being there, I'll be able to get the info for the teleportation circle from this so-called
Oh, yeah.
angel,
Hey.
so...
Oh, I hand him the items. Oh, this is from the market, the one that by the way, they told us that we can pick up the orb tomorrow. But for now, here's a potion for you, and I hand him the greater healing potion.
Appreciate the items. Yes, that's
No
good to know.
problem.
Even though we will be leaving tomorrow, it's good knowing that when we come back to the town, I can pick up that
We
crystal.
can always come back here, I think.
Absolutely,
because you guys have a place to stay now.
Yeah, no, we
Bring
will.
up.
I'm assuming right when we're done with Sterling, we're going to be making our way back this way. So, and obviously now I want to pick up items, and even with our new companion Malice, I'm assuming he wants
Yeah.
to come back to the town.
Oh.
And
Mhm.
According to the Malice, he said that the teleportation is within the castle. You need an
okay,
access
well, it
to
looks
that.
like that's fine. We have a destination, and that could be our stop in the morning when we wake up.
The first,
Um,
I think how we could gain access to it is that maybe I could put in a good word with the priest of this town. Maybe he can help us.
I think we have numerous forms of getting through that. The only thing I want to be a little, I just don't know if I can trust the people yet, because obviously showing the crown could either be like, oh, that's of dire importance, please go right away.
No. We're not showing them the crown. Obviously, I'm not gonna show them the crown piece, but teleportation. Pad,
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna know regardless,
connected.
Meteora. I'm pretty sure they're gonna know we're in possession of one of the most powerful relics of our plane.
The high priest? Who
So-
you're saying? The high priest or?
I mean, even the people around the royalty, like, obviously there's gonna be some high heads where we go into that will be very knowledgeable, and I'm pretty sure they'll be able to sense magic. They're not gonna let people into a royal chamber or anywhere of high influence without being able to detect magic, so...
True.
So
you
I
guys
appreciate
are gonna
that.
have your weapons and gear checked at the door. Expect that.
Exactly,
Yep.
so...
I looked at like kill. Well, either they let us through, or the dragon comes to this town and burn everything down. They know what happened to Scheergrund, so it's not too far, you know.
From what we've heard so far, the leader of this town is actually of someone who is good, which we haven't run into very much. But we'll have to talk it over with the party, obviously. But I feel like tomorrow that's kind of our main destination, is to go and talk to the priest, like you said, and go find out where this... I would also like to talk to the person in charge of this town, Hope, her name was. So...
Again, we're not talking to any priest. He's the high priest. So if anyone who could help us getting connection, at least it could be that guy. So why don't we sleep on it for now?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe even Malice has connection, and then, or like maybe even my institution can pull some leeway on this. But yes,
Good idea.
having the high priest would be very good to have to form a bridge to say with the other royalties of this town.
Kiln,
Sounds like a plan.
you would likely be able to actually make a call, almost like a telephone, via magic back to your academy if you're in one of these capitals.
I was gonna say, like, my institution is pretty prestigious.
Yeah.
And my name can pull some pretty good weight. And with the, apparently our band of heroes is already known as heroes trying to thwart, Arinth.
Yeah,
so
you guys have a reputation.
Even just our reputation is gonna have some pull. So I don't think we're gonna have much issue getting to where, yeah, I think we'll be fine. But I think we should go and meet up with the rest of our party.
The sooner we handle this, the sooner we can get Sophelia where she needs to go.
And then I will glance at Meteora and be like, now on another note, I feel like you should get a nice rest. I have a feeling you've been a little fatigued and tired from our previous encounters, and I feel like a good rest will help you.
Definitely, the mountain was not easy on my all.
Yeah, you seemed like you're struggling on that. So let's try to get rid of, exhaustion is the term I would use. So.
Right.
And
Subtle.
let's meet with the rest
Subtle
of our party.
foreshadowing.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys return to the green top and rest. So, Acer and Meteora, you may remove your level of exhaustion.
Yay!
And you all regain half of your hit dice, or in the case of Sophelia, all of them, if you have spent any, which I don't think you have yet. Maybe you have. And, of course, all your hit points, spell slots, and class features.
Yay!
And then, like I said before, if there is time, I would like to get Acer to do a quick shopping thing with me.
Before you go to sleep, actually, you can split off from the group and grab Acer. And
I need his permission first. I don't know if he's in chat or not, or...
Yeah, he's here. He says sure.
Okay.
He's typing in game.
Okay. Yes. So we took care of the crystal that's getting refined, Now I want to go to a shop that deals with like tinkering, like literal, like like parts, like gears and things like that. So, and I don't mean to have any if that's an insult to Acer or not. I don't know if that's but like I figured he would be the person to ask.
Well, considering the person who brought him back to consciousness, that's probably a fair choice.
Yes.
You
So
didn't get the privilege of meeting Binnick, but he's probably talked about him in your presence, so...
Okay.
Yep.
So, yes, I want to go to that shop.
Okay. So, the item that you are attempting to have made... we have talked about it before. And
Yes.
you can DM Max if you want to tell him. Or you can just say it if you don't want to keep it too secret, but...
I'll DM it to him.
Okay.
Ooh, secrets.
Let's see, where the fuck is Max at? When was the last time I sent him a message? Holy shit.
Jesus Christ, bro.
I literally don't even see you on my thing. I need to start I actually have to start a message thing with you.
Oh.
So...
There we go. Alright. There we go. Perfect. So I'm trying to make that, and I just want your expertise on me helping shopping. Obviously, you don't say anything, but yes, I will be using this along with that crystal that's getting refined to make an item. And I would like your expertise on picking out certain parts, or, when I'm talking to them, if they can even make it themselves, making sure I'm not getting ripped off, if they're using the proper, the good materials. Like, I just want, it's like when you take your car into the mechanic, you want to bring that friend that knows their shit, because so you don't get screwed over. Like,
so, Acer, you and Kilm head over to this little tinker shop, and you put in a special request. After talking with the owner of the shop, you guys come to a deal. It would cost about 50 gold to have the item constructed. It would take about probably a couple days.
Okay.
So it would be ready in 2 days in the morning for pickup.
And I want to clarify to the person crafting this is that there's another item. I don't know if you can work with the other shop just to do it all at once, or if I have to, or just make it to where I can insert that item once I get it.
Yep. They can make allowances for additional modularity, if that makes sense.
Okay. Then I will look to Acer to see if that's what I need. Like, is that a good deal? And once I get his approval on that, then.
So Acer,
I'll
the
agree to that.
quality of the clock or of the workmanship here, as you look through a lot of the clocks, watches, clockwork machines, this stuff is all tip top. The materials are great. The craftsmanship is impressive. Though none of it holds up to Binnick's work. It's probably on the upper end of what you're gonna get on the market. So he's probably in safe hands here.
Okay, well,
I will take out the 50 gold and hand it over to the shopkeep.
All right.
And I will thank Acer for his time. And tell the shopkeep that we should be back soon. It'll obviously be more than a couple days, but I'll be like, once you finish it, maybe just put it off to the side. And I appreciate that. We will be back, hopefully within a week.
They let you know that is the plan. Items do not leave the shop until the person who ordered them arrives to pick it up. So it could be years that you come back. As long as you have the number for the item, you'll get it.
Okay. And got that situated. We got the crystals situated. So I'll just say thank you, Acer. And that's all I needed. We can head back to the group now.
All right. You guys crawl into bed and prepare for the next day, where you will be likely journeying towards Audelina Palace. So, let's see, what time is it? Come on,
I was
computer.
about to say, yeah.
It's probably about time.
I don't know if we want to jump into something
Just a
really
little
major
more.
when we only have a little bit of
Just a
time
little
left.
more. Just a little more.
Okay, my computer is being silly.
It's 8:40 right now.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So we got like 20 minutes left.
Yeah, so I just don't know
Yeah,
if you
we
want to
still got
start
20
something
minutes
major.
left.
So we can do a little bit of a cliffhanger. So, Malice,
Aww.
up in your room. I'm gonna go ahead and put you on the second floor here. I'm just gonna move you up because it'll be nighttime. You guys are in your rooms, and whoop, there you go. You are on your bed, and you're getting ready to go to sleep when you notice a light coming from outside of your window. It is a soft, almost like whitish blue glow. And you hear like what sounds like giggling.
What?
And scratching on the window.
Oh no.
Do you wish to look?
Hold on. Because I do want to give the party a little cliffhanger too. So, Malice is in his room, sitting on the bed. I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Just getting ready to call it a night. You're with your two companions. They've been mostly taciturn today, as they've been being cautious of these rather nosy new
they've
individuals.
been talking to him. They're just...
Oh yeah, talking to you, but like they're not being
anyway.
overt.
No, it's okay. So, Malice is in bed with that, or just chilling. So, hear the whispers. What the fuck was that? And Malice is like, ugh. And he'll look over.
At the window?
Yeah.
All right. So you pull the shade aside, and you see what looks to be a being the size of a small child wearing a cloth that covers their entire body from shoulders down. A pair of fluffy white tails are waving behind them, and instead of a human face, you see the face of a fox.
A tanuki.
And this creature,
Is it like...
I'm going
Would
to
I
put
be
this
able to
mini
tell-
in the room with you. It looks exactly
be
like
able-
that.
Is it a Fey-like, or is it like of human?
If you had to guess, this creature would definitely align more Fey than human.
That's what it fucking sounds like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it one of yours, Witch?
Don't look at me. This one isn't mine. We
I'm
have
not
a
even asking
message for you. The little fox spirit says. There's a man waiting at the ruins of Galan. An innocent man framed for a murder that was not successful. He needs your help.
And I just bend down to the fox. I don't work for free.
The compensation you will gain from this would be worth more than any coin I could give you.
Excuse me.
The little spirit waves its hand from underneath its like cloth shawl, and you see that this hand is a paw. And the poster of the old Lord Protector flies up into the air in front of you. And then the number on the poster begins to change and warp. And then it is like 60 different amounts all at once. Curious?
Mm.
Follow
I
the
don't play
path.
games with Fae. Just so you know.
That scent would tell me otherwise.
Oh.
We don't play Fae games.
Fair enough. But, there is somebody here, an archfey, and a friend of yours, through another friend, that would really like if you could take care of this. A maiden who lives far and yet not so far.
Well, we can talk about it. but no tricks.
Fair enough.
Even the Fae doesn't like to be tricked by the Fae, and you know that.
Oh, I know that better than any. But, maybe we'll see each other again. And with that, the fox spirit just... poof! Gone.
Well,
Leaving behind what looks to be like ethereal flowers that very slowly fade away.
oh, cute.
Well then.
And Dusk is like, again? What the fuck was that?
I don't know,
Ah.
but we got an early day tomorrow. What do you guys think?
Which is
Oh, I got this.
interested item? Oh, go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, on that note, I just want some real food. None of that tavern crap. Ugh. You know the deal. And just don't bother me for the next few hours. I don't particularly care about them.
All right. And with that, I think we'll go ahead and call it a night tonight.
Aw.
Go ahead and stop recording,